we should be here. Hopefully this is going all right. We'll see. Let's see how it goes. This is my first time streaming on YouTube, so if there's anybody that's there who is watching in the VOD, welcome. Today we're going to be looking at a complete, well, I say looking at a complete breakdown. We're going to be doing a complete breakdown of an edit. Hopefully this all goes smoothly. I haven't done any checks, so let's see how we go. I'm just currently putting all the footage because, you know, preparation isn't my strong suit. I'm just putting all the footage onto from the SD cards over to my computer. There we go. There's the first one. Drag and drop that in my project, and then I've just got to do the audio files. Yeah, so like I said before, this is the first ever live stream that I've done on this channel for anything like video editing. To be fair, I don't see many people doing it, so hopefully there's a little bit of uniqueness that comes to me. Okay, I've got that in. Hopefully my computer recognizes. I've got a SD. I know I should have probably prepped it. Don't moan at me. Don't call my mom. I'm gonna try and reach over and let's see if that. Nope. Come on, eject it. Eject it. There we go. There's like some weird bug. Oh. Okay. There we go. Let's take our stereo audio. I think that's that from 2. So yeah, it sounds, that looks like it. Let's take that in. Oh dear, actually I'll take that out. And I will drag and drop that in a location. So yeah, as well, if you've probably already noticed that I'm wearing a dressing gown. That's because the heating is gone, which is always a fun thing. So I've got a bloke coming out, you know, who's coming to fix my plumbing, hopefully. And let's see how it goes. Open widget. Okay, warning, please check resolution of current settings. Okay, we'll see. We'll see how we go. So yeah, welcome everybody to the stream. Hopefully this like I said, this goes smoothly and we have no hiccups and we have no problems. But let's give it a go. Okay, so we're ready. Like I said before, if you're following after, welcome back. My name's Charlie, and today we're going to be editing the next freelance video editing video, which has so many problems in it. I can't tell you how many. Because I can't think it. Good thing I had notice on. Almost forgot about the stream. I know. Tell me about it. Nearly. I didn't. But I nearly did. Right. Like I said, I've got a plumber coming. So hopefully he doesn't interrupt me too much. So I've got to keep my phone on. So yeah, I might be visited by a plumber. No jokes intended there. Oh god damn it. All right. One sec. Okay. So let's go. Let me switch over. It's also in widescreen mode. For the sole reason of I've got a super wide monitor, and when you've edited super wide, you can't go back. So grab your drinks, grab your green teas. Let's go over hearing some multiple files the exact same way for the next probably hour or so. And hopefully this goes not too bad. If you've got any questions, you want me to slow down, you want to ask me about a certain thing, it's not a technical edit by any stretch of the means. It's literally just a bog standard talking head video. I haven't done anything fancy. I tried to do something fancy. So I want no clipping of any embarrassing cuts or anything like that, because there are too many of them. Right, there's far too many of them. So first thing we're going to do is we're here in Premiere Pro. I've got my kind of setup that I've kind of optimized for this, for the way I edit now. So let's just go and create our sequence by dragging and dropping our first clip in there. We can see, oh, it's right here. It's behind though. You see, like I turn it up. So I was trying something a little bit different with this video. My first initial thing was to try and find a vloggy style, but that didn't go to plan. So I'm kind of cutting. I think I'm going to cut the start of this completely. Let's have a look what I've said. But
It's not as
Let me know if you
simple
guys can hear
as
it.
going to work at Tesco's or Walmart or any of that for the matter. It's quite a massive jump, and yes, you can...
Oh god, yeah. Was a bit. I do ramble so much, don't I? Okay, let's have a look at all our clips first. What we've got this kind of talking head, vloggy style stuff. Cringe. And then I put an ND filter on. We don't need that, to be fair. That can go. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to mix something into it. I'm actually going to do a bit of a Peter McKinnon style. So let's add a little bit of a movement to it. Basically, I went to go and fill up my tyres. I didn't fill up my tyres with air because there was no air left in the petrol station, you know. We live in a society where they run out of air. That's something, isn't it? So let's try and find the story of this video. Let's start off with this.
And that's exactly why I'm taking...
Cringe in it. Oh, this is the one thing you guys get to watch, is the fact that you get to see all outtakes and me trying to talk about a certain
out into
subject.
no man's land, otherwise known as video editor's worst nightmare. The outdoors. Today, and we are... That's exactly why I'm taking you off the sticks today, and we are going to venture out into no man's land, otherwise known as video editors' work.
All right, so I want to try and use this first bit as a gag, right? I want to try and have a gag so I can have a beat at the start of the video, because that's something that I do suffer with, I think, you know, because of my job and what I do. I try and get these videos out as fast as possible because, you know, I'm always working. So what I try and do is and
that's why
we're going to see loads of that.
And that's exactly why I'm taking you off the off the sticks for the first ever time on this channel. It feels a bit weird, doesn't it? That's exactly why I'm taking you off the sticks today, and we are going to venture out into the outdoors. I have to actually go and fill my car's tyres.
Okay,
It's a bit low, so you can come with me and we'll just talk after it.
Okay, so we've taken that, removing absolutely everything, cutting all that fat, and we've ended it with that. So a lot of scenarios, you know, you will find this in freelance jobs and stuff like that, that sometimes you just need to completely cut the fat. You know, I do a lot of one of the YouTubers, I'm not sure if you've seen any of his stuff, is Mr. GG, who I've done some stuff, done a load of videos for. A lot of it is just literally cutting fat out, and it's, you know, it's trying to make it as entertaining as you can without so much blabber, which I know, yeah, we're, you know, how long into the stream and I'm already blabbering. But yeah, get used to hearing the same sound over again, but I'm sure you all kind of get that idea. So actually what I want to do, first of all, is I want to go to Epidemic sound. That's one of the things I'm going to use, and I want to try and find a beat for this video. And I want to try and find a kind of rhythm to how it's going to start off at. So I've found that song that I liked prior. So we're just going to look through a load of music and try and see if we can feel a beat to it. It's too dramatic. See, I love that, but it's just so overused. So let's have a look at some other more epic shoots. I don't know if that's a little bit too dramatic. Hey, old boss. Thank you for coming to the stream, man. Like I said, today we're just literally editing. Just ask me questions. I thought it might be useful for some people to see the process. Okay, that's pretty cool. I like that song. Let's download that one. But let's have a complete... Still have a look at it. It's used so much. Say this is one of the most painstaking moments of the entire edit, is just trying to find a damn song. Jammy. Let's see. Okay, so what I'm trying to fulfill here, I should probably convey this, is I'm just literally walking downstairs, going outside, and jumping in the car, and there's a little gag there before the start of the video. So I don't want to be too over dramatic with it. I should probably cancel these ones off. Yeah, so it shouldn't probably be too over dramatic with it. Let's drag and drop this in here. So we've got this tune. Let's have a look at see how this comes out. I think that's a little bit too dramatic. Because I'm walking down the stairs and petting a dog, so you don't want it to be like... See, that is a YouTube trope, you know? It's like, hi, today I'm going out. But I guess it works, you know? I do always like this one. But that's been overused now. Ooh. Definitely not. This is promos and traders. They reworked the entire site of Epidemic Sound. This isn't sponsored. I wish it was, but it isn't. It's fine though. That's still too dramatic. He wants it in jammy. So I'm going to download all the stems, and I'm going to actually have all those. Extract those files here. Let's see how we do. Let me get into music. Make a new my folder selection. I'm not showing my folder selection, by the way, just because there's a lot of NDA stuff in there that I know I'm going to accidentally do. Of course I am. It's literally in my name. Okay, so we've got this stem here. We've got all the stems. Oh, instrumental. That's exactly what I want. Perfect. All right. I'm not the cleanest editor, so just pre-warning you on that as well. I can find that nice drop. Where's it? I see. I do want the drums in that as well, and I want the bass in that. So okay, I'm just simply adding all the stems up, finding the bit that I want. So one thing you can actually do, if you go to press V, so you go to your selection tool and you've got a cut there. If you press delete, that will remove that cut completely. It's useful. Let's have a look. Okay, so we've got our kind of thing here. Got this build up. I'm going to keep this build up. What I'm going to do is I'm going to actually merge the clips in one. I've never tried this before. This is something that I've not tried. No? Okay, how can I... I haven't used synchronize before though. That's merge clips. What does this work? Use audio. Okay. No idea what that is. Okay, that didn't really work. Anyway, let's move on to getting up for this. Right. Oh, bloody hell. Okay, so we've got my build up. I want to just... I don't know what I said. But I actually have to go and fill my car's tyres up. It's a bit low. So you can come with me and we'll just talk after it. Okay. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to the footage of me walking down the stairs. Did I say anything before that? What did...
And that's why and that's exactly why I'm taking you off the...
No, it doesn't work. Okay, let's go straight to this. Walking down the stairs. Let's take all this footage on. We just edit with a beat.
Walk after it.
Find the most movement there. Cut that out. No, that doesn't work. Yeah. We'll get a nice dog scrubbing shot. I'm going to use this for my opening scene. Okay, let's it's cold, so that's why I'm misclicking. It's freezing.
So you can come with me and we'll just talk after it.
And then actually no. Skip that a bit. And then I use this passover to. Okay, so then we can finish that. And our next clip is me in the car, and I think I'm pretty sure I talk about something here. So let's see what I talk about. If there's anything interesting.
I'll keep that as a kind of, you know, through these. So we all go through these kind of emotions of just, I want to make it now and I want to do it now, which is absolutely fine. And so now what we're going to go and do is, all right, so I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres, and I thought I'd just talk while I'm doing. Go and pump up the tyres. Sorry about this detour.
Okay, let's take this in.
Sorry about this detour.
We'll smooth that out later when we get into the edit.
I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres, and I thought I'd just talk while I'm doing some kind of stuff. I'm going to try and get stuff done today. All right, and ignore the sun flare.
The sun flare? The lens.
Ignore the sun flare. I'll keep that as a kind of, you know, I'll do us both. Sun flare. I'll do us both a favour and just block out the sun because my tripod sucks. But anyway, what people want to do is they seemingly want to make money out of absolute nowhere, and I'm having to constantly kind of reassure people. So we all go through these kind.
See, that's just a recording bit
Because
where
my
you kind of when you know talk about dialogue and stuff, you don't put it in the right way. It's always why.
Ignore the sun flare. I'll do us both
I can promise you every single YouTuber's video is like this.
a favour and just block out the sun because my tripod sucks. So we all go through these kind of emotions of just, I want to make it now and I want to do it now, which is absolutely fine. But unfortunately enough for a lot of people, you've got to spend a little bit of time working and grafting at your ability to do as many effects as you can and to a high standard as you can. And the one thing I always come back to saying is how important it is to be able to know when you're at that stage and when you're not at that stage. And that will really kind of help you when doing your freelance work, because it's going to help you become a bit harder to criticism and also more sure of your abilities and what you can offer to a client.
I have no idea if that made any sense. Somebody's going to have to, I need a support here. So then what I want to do here is I'm going to actually use this again, this track, and
to a client.
Okay, we'll go at that beat bit. Okay.
Offer to a client.
Okay, there's a bit of a gag here. Oh, Jesus Christ. Some of these angles are terrible.
But the camera's definitely going to... This car's a rumbly one.
Oh, look at me. You know when Daddy puts his arm over the passenger seat just to do a reverse. Woo!
This car's a...
Okay, I'm going to keep this music kind of going for a little bit.
This car's a rumbly.
Right.
Client. This car's a rumbly.
I'll do the mix later. Okay, we don't want to linger too much on unnecessary things. Okay, let's cut the music there.
Woo! Yep. Woo! Yep, we went.
Yes.
Woo! Woo! Yep, we went.
Okay, and that clip there, and then we get back, and there was nothing else.
Flat tire.
Okay, we'll go on that sound.
Well, it seems like nobody had any air, so now I've got a flat tire, some fuel at least, but no air in that tire. This is why I stick to video editing and not car at least, but no air in that tire. This is why I stick to video editing and not car manufacturing or anything to do with cars.
Okay, so we'll keep that bit. And
some fuel at least, but
let's have a look at kind of the current pacing so far. I know the start needs a lot of work, but that's absolutely fine. So actually, one thing in the YouTube algorithm at the moment, which obviously is just a guess for me, is you need that kind of introductory roundup. So I actually work on the very start of the video at the very end once I've got everything in it. If there's an important part that I notice in the edit, then I'll whack that at the start. So the starts, you have to go in there and fill my car's tyres up. It's a bit low. So you can come with me and we'll just talk after it. We'll lower it while I'm talking. We'll just lower that down to maybe -10. That's fine. Yeah, fine.
I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres, and I thought I'd just talk while I'm doing some kind of stuff. I'm going to try and get stuff done today, right, and ignore the sun flare. I'll do us both a favour and just block out the sun, because my tripod sucks.
Okay, that's cool. I'll keep that. What I'll actually do is I'm going to just do the same and just take that back.
Because my tripod sucks. So we all go through these kind of emotions of just, I want to make it now and I want to do it now, which is absolutely fine. But unfortunately enough for a lot of people, you've got to spend a little bit of time working and grafting at your ability to do as many effects as you can and to a high standard as you can. And the one thing I always come back to saying is how important it is to be able to know when you're at that stage and when you're not at that stage, and that will really kind of help you when doing your freelance work, because it's going to help you become a bit harder to criticism and also more sure of your abilities and what.
Okay, so because that
harder to criticism.
I want to take the piss out of that, so let's just. So let's make a gag out of that. Okay, so where are we? Is the stream running alright for everybody? Let me know how it all looks, if I need to change any of them. Oh my god. Ooh, hello Charlie. Alright, let's take that. A fun little key fact that I might actually need to make a video about is if you hold hold control, sorry, while you're moving around text, it'll give you these border lines, which is fantastic, absolutely fantastic. Nobody screenshot that. I don't want to see that in anybody's private folders. I'll tell you that. You never know. What is it? Which one is it? What's the one I use again? What should we use? I usually like to no, that one doesn't look good. What's the one I've been using for my all my thumbnails? If you've noticed, I've completely revamped the thumbnails, and what I will actually do after this is I will make the thumbnail live as well, so you can kind of see that whole process. God, it is freezing, absolutely freezing here. All right, let's turn that. We'll bobble that. Alright, what do I say?
Harder to
in fact I want to keep that. Yeah.
Harder to
Crosshair down, keep that in the middle. There we go. Oh. Have I got a Oh, hopefully I don't oh no, that's just Oculus. Thank you, Oculus. Hopefully it's not the Boiler Man. The Boiler Man's coming to see me. Hey Jarrett, thank you bud for stopping along. If you hear rumbles, it's because I'm waiting for a Boiler Man to come and fix my boilers. Harder to criticism. What? Okay, right. I'm gonna just I'm like going full open here, right? I'm crap at spelling. Absolutely diabolical at it. So I always have to double check with Google to see if that works, because I've done too many jobs in the past when I was starting out, and I was just straight up misspelling, and it's never a good look when you're handing some work and it's just like you spelt because wrong, and I have no idea how that got in there. Okay, let's just. I'm gonna paste down these two.
Harder to criticism, and also more sure of your abilities and what you can offer to a client. This car's a rumbly one.
Okay. Oh.
Whoa! Yeah, we went.
Actually, let me go.
Well, it seems like nobody had any air, so now I've got a flat tyre, some fuel at least, but no air in that tyre. This is why I stick to video editing and not car manufacturing.
Okay, so what I was saying is I'm going to go from when I stop talking to this.
Cars are rumbling.
I'm actually going to turn these three up a bit, take that up to -7 in each. I know there's obviously more accurate ways about doing it, but what I've found, right, is when you're doing stuff for YouTube a lot of the time, because of compression, because of the type of content that it is, you know, it's never worth, I don't think it's never worth being a perfectionist within it. Yeah, being a perfectionist is great when you're doing all these other videos and this other type of video editing for like clients, but it's never worth tinkering around with one effect for so long, because then the time that you're spending on the effect and on that edit itself outweighs the actual value of the entire video. Necessary, yeah, dude. Right, there's so many. To be fair, there's some words that I've had to learn to spell properly because of just the amount of times, as well because I work for both American and British clients. That's my biggest problem. Colour, oh, and some just cars are wrong words. Okay, that's too loud. All right, we'll go back down to -17. Let's just.
Whoa!
So
yeah,
I'm going to use.
Well.
What we'd actually do is we'll cut that there. And we'll play around with some face zoom in. So as well, another question that I get quite a lot is kind of my style of editing, and my style of editing on YouTube is very different to anything else. I use a lot of smash cuts and hard cut zooms because it's really good with audience retention, and I personally don't want that style. Well, I think everybody has their own different style. So you've got a lot of YouTubers who use very good editing. You know, you've got two people that you could probably difference between is somebody like, I don't know. You see, like, you look at gaming YouTubers, you've got people like Cinnamon Toast Ken who have very stylized and very, you know, everything smooth transition motions, and then you've got somebody like PewDiePie who's got very harsh cuts, shitty editing, as you could put it. But the reason why they both have different is because their personalities. You've got to have something with your personality. My personality is very brash and loud, I would say. So that's how I kind of transform my personality in my edit.
Yeah, we went.
And it's just too much bloody effort to do all that.
Well, it seems like.
Let's play around with some of this. There. Got any motion? Anything fun going on? Let's have a look, see how it...
Well, it seems like nobody had any air, so now I've got a flat tyre, some fuel at least, but no air in that tyre. This is why I stick to video editing and not car manufacturing.
Car manufacturing, I don't know why. Yesterday was a long day, right? Yesterday was a very long day. I was so tired when trying to make this, and I realised, like, oh god, I've got to make it.
Car manufacturing. Or anything to do with car.
Oh dear, look at that. Look at that. It's your boy. It's your boy.
Or anything to do with cars.
Okay, then what I'm going to do is I know I'm going to have an effect there. So I'm actually going to, just to remind myself, I'm going to put a marker there. Just to note, that's where I want a big transition over to the other video. Okay, so we can finally get onto the meat and pudding of this video. So it's in 2 bits. If I just drop the entire clip on, because I'm just going to want to sync the entire file. Okay, I did a clap there, thank God. God, my camera was barely recording any audio. I actually want to try this effect, synchronize. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. I don't know how well this is going to do. It didn't do it at all. What do you mean? Synchronize. Bloody hell. I haven't used it at all yet. I find this just easiest. That's fine. Don't need to think about it too much. Bosh, bosh, bosh. Cut that off. Let's cut the air. So, because we know that it's just whatever we're doing, it's got to finish while they're both there. Okay, have we linked that? Yeah, we've linked that. I have a couple of shortcuts, by the way. I've actually, on the side of my mouse, I have unlink and link, because I find I use unlink and link so much, even for work. So, hello. It's your boy.
So that didn't go.
Okay, so it's putting us in a nice position.
Cars. So
what I'm going to do is, like I said, I'm going to have a nice transition that's going to go, you know.
Cars. So that didn't go quite as I planned, as a barrage of school children came out and surprisingly...
So I had to reframe this joke because it's a true story. I was there with my camera and my gear, and then I saw a load of school kids because it was like 3 o'clock, so kids started finishing school, and then they were coming out. I did not want to get out the car with my camera, because you know what school kids are like. They're so bloody cocky these days, right? Thought there was a grown-ass bloke with a camera, and they think, are you a YouTuber? And then it was just like, yeah, but, you know, nobody watches me. It's always the worst thing when starting out. When you get there, it's like, yeah, you can flex, but can't really flex.
Okay, that didn't go anywhere near as planned.
Okay, that's better.
That didn't go.
Oh no!
Cars. Okay, that didn't go anywhere near as planned. School kids came out, and then school kids are terrified.
They are terrifying, Charlie. Look, this is all truth right here. You can see it in my face.
And then school kids are terrifying, right? I don't want to be vlogging in front of school kids. They knock the crap out of me. I'm being a freelancer for so long. I don't know how to stand up to myself. Yeah. So, where were we? We were they were...
Oh, by the way, if anybody needs to know what... I should probably explain this for people who are watching it back on demand. So a lot of the ones that I'm using, so if I do like cuts like that really quick, I'm just going to do that. So I've just memorized V. No, actually do that back. So I want to get rid of all this, right? All this bit. So what the best way to do it is to cut the entire rest of the start of the scene from the cut. So I go from V is your main selection key. C is your cut key, so press C, make a cut there. Go back to V, press click on the clip, delete, and then space delete. Space being the space, not the key space.
Then they were... Yeah. School kids are terrifying. So, where were we? We were...
Where were we? We were right here,
Choo-choo. Where were we?
Okay, so one thing about jump cuts and stuff like that, if you use them just right, sometimes I don't use them right, so I'm not going to act like I'm the best editor in the world. I actually have a list. I want to make a video of some of the best editors on YouTube because there's some crazy editors. What they do is they help beat up the pace, and in YouTube, it, like, you know, the average view retention for the start is literally 15 seconds, and that's for somebody of the age of like 18 to 30. So, oh god, my nose is so itchy. And yeah, and so even on TikTok, it's like, I think it's like 3 seconds. If you don't capture somebody's attention in 3 seconds, you've lost them. And even maintaining a video's audience, when you become bigger as a YouTuber or as a personality, people want to sit around and talk to you, and that's just part of life being somebody who's in a kind of bigger industry of that.
Terrifying.
So when you're less known, people are less likely to sit down and listen to what you're saying.
So where were we again? We're talking about. So where were we again?
Okay, I'll play off that gag. Probably don't need to, but I'm gonna. What are you gonna do? Catch me? Will you stop me? Nobody could stop me.
Where were we again? So we were talking.
I don't. Oh bloody hell! Is that the? No, it's not the plumber. Oh, it's so cold in here. Where was I?
So we were talking about how. So we were talking about how freelancing as itself can have this possible, unfortunately.
What did I say?
And that's something that isn't possible, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah. I didn't know what I was talking about. So what I did is I went back and I looked at the YouTube comments.
And so in this video, what?
Yeah, that's another massive thing. All of these parts of these videos will solely be made because of the comment section of the first video.
And so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I've seen pop up, and we'll
get out that too many start getting annoying.
Pop up, and we'll kind of go through them, and I'll explain them in more of an ordinary fashion. Yeah, does that make any sense?
Always say it, I swear it's my catchphrase.
In more of an ordinary fashion. So one thing I see coming. What do I see when I come in across? So one thing I see coming across the comment section.
If you think I'm nuts, by the way, because this is a normal basis. I've just turned the camera on for once. It's nothing different.
Is how much shall I charge? What you should charge is a free.
I know I've discussed this point before, but I wanted to reiterate it because there's so many times I look at the older videos and miss out on a point that I really wanted to make.
Ordinary fashion. So one thing I see coming across the comment section quite a few times is how much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is completely down to you, and charging the amount that you down to you.
I'm not laughing at myself, by the way.
And
I'm laughing at myself, not with
and
myself.
the amount that you charge will evolve with your progression as a freelancer. So like I've stated in other videos, I've spent...
Can I trim some?
The comment section quite a few times is how much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is completely down to you. And the amount that you charge will evolve with your progression as a freelancer. So like I've stated in other videos, I've charged clients. I've stated in other videos, I've spent as a freelancer. So like I've stated in other videos, I've charged clients for absolutely loads of stuff for absolutely nothing.
I didn't want to be like, I've charged for absolutely fuck all.
Loads of stuff for absolutely nothing. And then
I haven't charged anybody for nothing yet. But
and then also on the other side of the scale, I've charged quite a bit of money for not as much as what I would have done originally, if that makes sense.
Yeah, I think this is a point that that always pops up is like, how much do you charge? And I think it's different for everybody because I'm somebody who still does those small and big jobs, and I find that people. You never stick to one set amount. You could if you wanted to, but it's harder with edits because like I did a job recently where it was a reoccurring client and he wanted me back and he wanted to basically book me out for that time. So yeah, he paid me more because, you know, it covered having me for that set amount of time. And it was less work than I've done for jobs cheaper. Just, you know, it's just what's happened
originally, if that makes sense. The way you have to think about it is, how much are your time and effort and skills worth?
That's a key. Go on, Charlie. Hit it. That's a good one. And that, to be fair, I don't take credit for that one. That one was given to me by somebody.
How much are your time?
And that was when I was going through this stage of coming up, and I was trying to justify earning more for the jobs that I would have done for much cheaper. And what this person said is, they said, listen, you know, you are, you know, I'm good at what I do. I'm very popular with kind of my clients and my current clients. They always kind of come back. You know, very rarely have I left a client and that's it. But yeah, I went to university. I studied at university. I've been working since I was like 16. My skills definitely aren't worth the low amount that they used to be. Yeah.
Is how much are your time and effort and skills worth?
We'll add a little punch in there too. So adding a little punch in on this section right here will reinitiate the audience's brains to actually pay attention.
And skills worth. And this is something that
it's nothing that you would ever realise when sitting there.
Ages to come to terms with.
That's how it works.
So I had realised at the start that I was charging far too little for the amount that I was giving out. Not only the video in itself, but the skills, the knowledge,
and by cutting out some of those breaths, even though it might not even be a huge cut, you don't want to constantly go unless it's for a certain reason. But the reason why you cut out something like that, so I've got going from 29 to 39, so that's 10 seconds of just unedited speech. To keep that sentence pushing along and moving without the audience kind of wanting to take a breath out of it, you want to take away just one breath
that I was giving out. Not only the video in itself, but the skills, the knowledge, and the kind of aftercare that came with it. So I wouldn't just deliver a video. I would deliver a video, recommendations, how to use the video,
so kind of what you could do
further, and how to make a move off that. And
okay, so we'll keep that there.
A lot of that came with my... And a lot of that came from...
So we'll have a breath there.
To make a move off that. And a lot of...
we definitely need a breath.
Move off that. And a lot of that came... from going to university and what I learned from university. I know people say university is a waste of money and you can do this completely without going to university.
All right, I'm definitely starting to
go along with that.
Right, I'm definitely... Yeah, okay, we're cutting that down. Let's try and find a point where we can cut it.
Skills worth. And this is something that took me ages to come to terms with. So I had realised at the start that I was charging far too little for the amount that I was giving out. Not only the video in itself, but the skills, the knowledge, and the kind of aftercare that came with it. So I wouldn't just deliver a video. I would deliver a video, recommendations, how to use the video, kind of what you could do further, and how to make a move.
Yeah, I can't take that away from myself. That's some fat knowledge.
Off that. So
that is such a good idea, by the way. If you offer something, offer them a little bit more, and it doesn't have to be anything with effort. You know, deliver them a video, and then you can give them a little paragraph and or a little bit of structure, and tell them, okay, this is how I would recommend you use the video, and what your recommended titles would be, and all that.
The video.
Aftercare is beautiful.
Kind of,
they love aftercare.
What you could do further and how to...
And it goes for the same thing with going with YouTube videos as well.
Make a move off that. So what I'm saying is, when trying to charge, think about how much your skills are worth at that point in time. So when I first started out, I was just starting out. I wasn't anything big. I wasn't earning lots of money. I was literally starting out, get my first few clients. So what I did is I charged less for those clients so I could have those good reviews. And what I did is I got those...
repeating myself there.
Another thing is how...
Yeah, I'm going to end that one there. I've just repeated myself loads.
To make a move off that. Another thing is, how do you receive money? That's one question I've seen come up.
Yeah, that's surprisingly, something that that a lot of people have asked is like how I receive money. PayPal or bank transfer. Don't try and avoid the system. You will be caught. If you do cash in hand jobs, 100% you can avoid the system. I'm not recommending it to you. Don't do it. Don't bloody do it. I've never done it personally, but you can't skip the system when you're doing online work. You can't. If I could, I would,
Make a
but I
move
can't.
off that. Another thing is, how do you receive money? That's one question I've seen come up quite a few times. The way I receive money is very simple. I either use direct bank transfer or PayPal.
PayPal.
Don't try and overdo the system. It's just really not a good look. And if you really want to take this as a business, just do the formalities. It's not that.
Formalities. Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
Take this as a business. Just do the formalities. It's not that.
It's like, to be fair, I'm quite happy with how the sound's coming out for that. I set up this. I don't know if you can see. I set up this little rig for my moving stuff just because I was testing it. I haven't used it, like this is the first time I used it. And it's just a H5 Zoom with a Rode NGT2. And basically I disregarded sound for so long that I just needed to get a pack. So I actually bought it. Here in the UK, we have a CEX, and it's all secondhand, just all dirt cheap secondhand. Yeah, and it was so worth it for the price that I got both of those two, which is what they're worth online. It's ridiculous. So definitely look at stuff like that secondhand.
If you really want to take this as a business, just do the formalities. It's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. So PayPal or my personal bank, just one of those. Just do the formalities. It's not that bad, right? It's not that bad. So PayPal.
Okay, we'll cut that bit and then let's go over here.
Not that bad. Another question.
Let's keep these breaths out. The one thing that I noticed with a lot of people's edits are they keep just cut straight to the.
Another question.
You want it to sound. If you close your eyes and don't listen to the cut, you want to be able to kind of feel that.
If you want to take this as a business,
close.
Just do the formalities. It's not that bad. Another question. On to the next question.
Well, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? What is that?
Not
change?
That bad. On to the next.
No, that's cringe. We'll get rid of that. We get rid of the cringe. Cut the cringe.
Another question is, how do I feel about... Another question...
Yeah, I think I knew that.
Another question is, how do I feel about... This was posted by Charles. Easy name to remember. Charles.
It's your boy Charles. It's not me. It's actually a different Charles.
Not that bad. Another question.
All right, let's cut the.
That bad. Another question is, how do I feel about this was posted by.
Get rid of that.
Posted by Charles. Easy name to remember. Charles.
Charles. Oh, I feel like I want to put an X-Men meme in that. Charles.
Charles. Easy name to remember.
It's all
Charles.
over now, Charles.
My name.
We'll add this gag in. Go on. You're having it for free. You're keeping it. So another shortcut that I use as well is if you put a cut wherever you want it to be in the future, and then you go into the timeline where you want that second cut, if you press W, it will shrink that middle bit. It's just really helpful when speed editing. It's just, like I said, it's helpful when speed editing. As you can see, I'm not doing anything heavy here. I just don't.
Easy name.
I don't always think it's worth it. I really don't always think it's worth it.
My name. So when approaching.
Let's give it that. So.
My name. When approaching friends and family, How do you go about that? How do you charge them? Right, okay, from the start, you can do friends and family.
This is a long bit.
From the start, you can do friends and family favors only if it helps you out. Favors only if it helps you out. I realized very early on that a lot of friends and families are...
You hear that breath there? We want to get rid of that breath. Just that one, just because.
Very early on that a lot of friends and families are going to...
Hi, I'm 13 years old, sir. I want to get clients for video editing, but I can't edit normally, not to low, to high end. So if you can give tips or hire me, it will be a pleasure. If I could hire everybody, I would hire everybody. What I would say is just keep going, dude. You've got to always think about it, you know. Like I said, I started working when I was like 16. The better you get, and be realistic with your current skill set, the better you can get, the easier it will be to get work. I think being an age for YouTuber, working with YouTubers, isn't a problem. When you're looking for proper clients, it's going to be quite hard solely because of your age, because it's company policies and all that kind of stuff. So even when I was 16, trying to get jobs was hard. But now, that was before the age of YouTube video editors. So get on Twitter, get your work out there, have a portfolio, get it all together, and head out there for YouTubers. There's always YouTubers looking for editors.
I realised very early on that a lot of friends and families are going to kind of want to use your skills because, unfortunately enough, they're a good skill set. I
tell you what, they're a good skill set when they bloody want them. When not, what are you doing?
Fortunately enough, they're a good skill set. Whether you're a video editor or a photographer or do a bit of both, it's the best skills that you can have for social environments because that's just how it is. But remember, if it's a business, it's a business and you have to make some money. Whether you
make some money.
Make money.
Money. Bloody hell. Sound like an evil villain. Let's do some zooms on that because that's my portfolio is zoom and zoom and zoom in on those crooked bottom teeth, baby.
Money.
All right, I want to slow that down. We turn it into a gag, kids. We're turning it into a gag. I do love a shit edit. Oh God, I do love them. Oh, I'm not laughing at me. I'm laughing at the shit edit. That's what I'm laughing at. I promise you.
To make some.
Oh God, it's so bad. I goddamn love it. I don't know why. Right, my portfolio is just isn't bad. I've got to say, I've got very good stuff in there, but I love a good crap edit, like TikTok and Vine kind of stuff. When they're just bad edits, they're the best. Absolutely love them. All right, let's add a bit of reverb onto that. Great Hall, boom.
Whether you offer a discounted price or you kind of do a couple of gigs for free for something in return, you're working. So don't let you.
What did I say?
You're working.
Okay.
You're working. So don't.
I'm working here. I feel like I want to add memes into it. Shall I add memes into it? What do you guys think? Do you guys think I should add any memes into it? Like clips? Because I've already got the Charles, but I don't think that's worth it, is it? I really want to add it, but I'm not going to. God, I'm tired today. It's this winter and it's cold, and the fact that my radiators are colder than the outdoors.
Kind of do a couple of gigs for free for something in return. You're working. So don't let yourself get trampled on. Take that from experience.
Oh, deep.
You're working.
Deep.
You're working.
Oh, I won't double it. I'm not going to double it. I'm taking it now.
Working. So don't let yourself get.
So if I, like I say here, I want to trim that end bit, but I can't be bothered to do that other process if I just press W.
Working. So don't let yourself get trampled on. Take that from experience.
Deep. That's deep. That is. Whew.
Take that from experience.
Go back to look at the screen. Right.
Just got to go
How
out
we
there and
doing?
find it. Twitter.
It's not going to be a long video, I don't think, at all. God, I'm shit at making long videos.
And you have to make some, whether you offer a discounted price
that's
or
bad.
you kind of do a couple of gigs for free for something in return. You're a worker. You're
sticking
working.
with
so
it.
don't let yourself get trampled on. Take that from experience. And I think
So, one question that I've got for you guys. What makes a video that's editing pops out so well? Is it the effects that go on it, or is it the pacing of the video? Or have you never thought about it and now I've said it? Now that makes quite a bit of sense. Yeah. Because I also do think that. I think a lot of YouTube videos where I've, like, to be fair, I did some YouTube videos, and when I've seen responses to a good and bad at it, a lot of the time it's just literal. Yeah, okay, so let me give context to that story. So I worked for a YouTuber who had, well, not worked for a YouTuber, but had a client YouTuber who had a load of other editors as well, and looking at the response to the edits per video, which I'm guessing they didn't really know which editor did which. But anyway, the audience responded to my edits just as well as the edits when they had loads of flashing stuff and, you know, use the transform effect to put loads of motion blur and stuff like that. And I think that's just solely because of cuts and pacing of a video rather than
get trampled on. Take that from experience. And I think one
special.
section to YouTube video editing, which a lot of
obviously you can have good edits, you know, really well made edits. I think when it's your job, then go ham. But if YouTube isn't your job, don't spend all the time in the world on
section to
making the
YouTube
smoothest edit when it's not going to have any impact on the amount, you know. And that was also a piece of advice that was given to me as well at the start, is like, if I'm doing something that doesn't yield high reward, even though it is obviously for your portfolio, don't overthink it too much. Get a video on there, you know, get a video done. Yes, think about the actual main chunk of the edit, but don't think about the effects in the edit too much.
Editing, which a lot of
probably
video
crap
editing.
advice, but probably crap advice. I just start beatboxing every time. Yeah, look at that. That's some absolute bastards.
So one aspect that a lot of
What is that?
I think one section.
Yeah, get rid of that.
Experience. So one aspect that a lot of other YouTubers aren't talking about is the fact that YouTube game editing is what a lot of people want to do, and I'm here to settle it. Right, this is the official response from the Lieutenant video editor, Charlie Rodens, and here to settle it. Right, this is the official.
What we'll do is we'll do a slow zoom. We'll add some dramatic music into it. Let's go. Let's go, kids. We're about to do a crazy edit here. In fact, you know, we'll punch into 120. Yeah, we'll punch into 120. Let's have a look. See how we go.
And I'm here to settle it, right?
Oh, you know what? We won't stop there. We're going to add in some reverb. Let's add in some wet.
To settle it, right? This is the official response from the Lieutenant video editor.
Early reflections. Turn it down.
Settle it, right? This is the official response from the Lieutenant video editor.
There we go. Let's get some cool punky music. Epidemic sound. So the actual soundtrack of the video I'm going to add in at the end. But okay, let's see what we got. So recommendations here. Yeah, okay, we won't sing over dramatic. Where am I going? Mood. Epic, this one. Oh. Ooh. Ooh. Hello.
Hello.
Build, let's go build. Epic classical. Get rid of builds. Come on, I wish one say. What's it? No, we're not. No, we're not there. No. Fuck it. That sounds like Star Wars, that does, so we're going with that. That sounds like Star Wars. Right up my alley. Okay, don't take after my trait here, which is just drag and drop it in the whole timeline. It's an awful trait to have. Don't do it. Right, just some advice.
Want to do, and I'm here to settle it. Right, this is the official response from the lieutenant.
I'm not gonna lie, it's absolute beat. Oh my, what a jam! What a jam!
And I'm here to settle it. Right, this is the official response from the lieutenant video editor.
What we'll do is we will do something crazy. Okay. What's that? Okay. Somebody gets basic correction. No, was it? Creative, yeah. Somebody gets saturation. Take that to 0. Have that at the end. And then I'm going to go to 100. Blast that at the end. Like I say, right, I love cheesy edits. I love cheesy edits. They're so good. It's 0. Let's bang that up.
And I'm here to settle it, right? This is the official...
Oh, that vibrance one. Get that out of here. Okay.
And I'm here to settle it, right? This is the official response.
We got any bloom effects? What we got in here? Bloom. Let's have a look. We got video effects, immersive video, chromatic aberrations, digital fractal noise, glow. Ooh, what does glow look like? Oh, okay. Let's go with that. We're running with that. Let's hit it. Oh yeah, that's it. That's it, kids. Okay, right, I'm here for that. And then if I turn it... Oh! Sheesh! Oh dear. What have I done? Ah, there we go. It's actually that one. Did the wrong one. Yeah, okay, cool.
I'm here to settle it, right? This is the official response from the lieutenant video editor, Charlie Rowlands. And that is...
Let's get rid of that. And we'll get rid of that. And we'll go with that. Nope, poo. Oh dear, what have I done? Yeah, go down.
Video editor, Charlie Rowlands. Charlie Rowlands. And that is...
Oh, geesh. Hey, Smexy Rixie, thank you for joining the
video
stream.
editor.
Nice to see you. I saw you were here early birdie, weren't you?
Video editor.
Like I said, anybody that's watching now, this will be a complete video after, and it will stay on the channel, so don't worry about that. I know some people don't like to keep it on, but who cares? Who cares?
The lieutenant video editor, Charlie Rowlands. And
get rid of that. Reverb. Hits the gag.
Charlie Rowlands. And that is,
coffee.
Yes,
Sheesh.
You can make a living out of editing somebody else's YouTube videos. It's not as easy as it is.
Okay, I've got to cut some fat.
Yes, you can make a living out of editing somebody else's YouTube videos.
Okay, let's get rid of that breath. Yeah, I changed my techniques as well. The way I cut.
It's.
So when I do that, when you see that, that's me holding shift. When you hold shift, it will cut every single what's it called, layer.
Videos. It's not as easy as it is to come by because, well, It probably is. You've
What did it say?
videos. It's not as easy as it is to come by because, well, it probably is. You've just got to go out there and find it.
Alright, that's a statement. What we're going to do is we're going to play that statement, and we're going to zoom in to reaffirm the statement so people are paying attention. I hope.
Because, well, because it probably is. You've just got to go out there and find it. Twitter and sometimes they put it on job listing sites.
God, I talk so fast sometimes.
Sometimes they put it on job listing sites. I've worked for one YouTube company. One huge
recommend any online courses for editing. YouTube. So I probably, I always, I think I say it in this video, I don't know. I always thought about doing a full editing course on and putting it on Skillshare and earning some money from that by but what I saw on Skillshare, they're really like, there's so much like just general basic courses. I never learned at all of any of them. I didn't learn through uni. I literally just learned by editing. But yeah, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a video about that. I'm going to actually try and find some of the best courses that I can find that are free and for everybody. And I'll share them in a video because I personally can't justify it. I think if there's a free 14-day trial, go for it, have a go. But from what I've seen, they're all very, very kind of basic stuff. And I find that a lot more YouTube videos will really help. I think making content yourself is the best way to learn how to edit. It really is. It really, really is.
To come by because it probably is. You've just got to go out there and find it. Twitter, sometimes they put it on job listing sites. I've worked for one YouTube company, one huge YouTube brand.
Fuck it. That huge YouTube brand was what culture?
Yeah, quite.
Yeah.
YouTube company, one huge YouTube brand through Indeed, which I got for that job for, and then I worked for another quite substantially quite.
Get rid of that bit.
Another substantially large.
I've done Chris's film editing pro course. While it was pricey, it taught me a lot. I think it was a name. That's the name. I can't remember. I'll double check now. Chris's film editing pro. What kind of editing are you trying to go for? Are you trying to go for YouTube editing or film editing or kind of corporate editing? They're the three different editing trips that you can have. If you can get all those skills, then you're in for a win. But yeah, some people struggle with that.
YouTuber just through Twitter. So one of the two. Make sure to keep your eyes open. When the job's there, it's great. You know they're fun. When the job's there, it's great.
I'll cut it there. That would be the end of that sentence.
Two. Make another substantially large YouTuber just through Twitter. So one of the two. Make sure to keep your eyes. So one of the two. Make sure to keep your eyes. Through Twitter. So one of the two. Make sure to keep your eyes open. When the job's there, it's great. You know, they're fun videos to edit. Usually you might start on a probation period, and then if your relationship builds with that YouTuber, you can start editing their videos full time. So that's when I'm talking about, other YouTubers.
All right. Finish that, Charlie. Finish with that, Charlie. Finish with that.
Editing their videos full time. So
there we go.
That's what I'm talking about. A lot of, which allows you to kind of advance your own brand as well. So you've also got to think about those things.
Yeah, it's a good thing as well. Some YouTubers, what they'll do is they'll put your name on whoever edits it, and so you can really kind of build your own brand from that. Film editing, YouTube editor, Sidemen vids, and eventually we want to get to see GI VFX. So yes, There's just so much to do in editing. There's literally loads. There's so many avenues you can go down. So yeah, I think that's not a bad way, to be fair. What you need to do is just follow, make sure to follow them all on Twitter. I think a lot of them use Twitter nowadays. Nobody's really using, no substantial brand influencer is using Facebook. So use Instagram and Twitter, and that's where you can find your kind of stuff. So I actually started out, I did thumbnails for some YouTubers, and yeah, thumbnails is a good way to do it as well. I'm, like I said, I'm going to do a full thumbnail edit for this as well. But yeah, no, dude, that's totally doable. There's so many sides to video editing that you can do. You just need to learn in each and every one of them. I'm going to be totally honest with you. CGI and VFX is probably my weakest side. Easily weakest side. My strongest side is story editing. My weakest side is CGI and VFX. They, I find, what are really hard. And I will do some streams learning it. But damn, Blender is so hard. I think once you get it, you get it. But when you're getting new to it, so like I said, there's always something. I've heard of Fiverr works out for a lot of people. I was going to try Fiverr, and then I started working like full time as a freelance thingy, not like. Basically, yeah, my main job is basically full-time freelance. It's the easiest way to explain it. Yeah, I was going to try out Fiverr. I've not that much of experience. Like, if I just jump in on it now, have a look. Might be signed in now. Let's have a look at get away. Find services. That's what I do. The competition doesn't look too good, to be fair. I hate to say it. From what I've seen. See, it's all different prices. Professional video editing, 1,000 plus reviews. Basic editing, 5-day delivery, 1 revision, 15 minutes of footage, 5 minutes running time, £7.70. Cheap. There you go. Color grading, sound design, mixing, motion graphics, £38. Still not worth it, I don't think. You need to be... See, I bet that's what most people are going for. But to be fair, he might literally just be doing these in like an hour or something. Clip stitching. Yeah, I bet he's doing basic. Let's have a look. I'm not gonna roast. Okay, let's have a look at this. I will do professional YouTube video editing. This guy has 10 orders in his queue. Okay, right. I'm gonna teach you. Smexy, I'm gonna teach you. Smexy, Rexy, I'm gonna teach you the biggest thing you can do, right? Get story blocks or something like that when you start out. If you're making a Fiverr, this is what I've always thought. Get a Storyblocks or Fiverr. Storyblocks or any kind of motion effect, right? And what you can do is you can use presets. So this right there, I can 100% promise you, 100% promise you that this person did not edit that. Did not edit that. Promise you. If I better go into the window just in case there's something, because my story blocks is paid for by my client. Okay, cool. So I'm on story blocks. Yeah, no, dude. I'm right. I've got my Assassin's Creed video somewhere. Oh, using dude, even better. You can totally use assets like these. Look at these assets. They're made so well. Some of them are made so well. And the thing is, your client will never know that. And I know you can say that it sounds dodgy, but it's not. You're just using assets and everything. You know, when you've got it, you need it. I think 100% do stuff like that. You can offer so much like that. That's what I don't understand about a lot of these editors and stuff like that. it's just time saving and it makes it actually affordable for a lot of people. Message me for custom quotes. Bloody hell. So that's decent pricing. Expensive though. There are lots of edits. I think he does a lot of handwork stuff. See, that is nothing that you couldn't do. That is nothing that you couldn't do. That's so easy to reproduce. Right, back to my video. I need a PC. So.
I've worked for one YouTube company, one huge YouTube brand through Indeed, which I got for that job for, and then
that is the best thing anybody said to me in response to that statement. Right? Don't bother rebuilding the bloody wheel if the wheel's already made.
Substantially large.
And it's not out of being not as good as an editor, but it's utilizing your time. You know, yeah. Utilising your time.
YouTuber just through Twitter. So one of the two, make sure to keep your eyes open. When the job's there, it's great. You know, they're fun videos to edit. Usually you might start on a probation period, and then if your relationship builds with that YouTuber, you can start editing their videos full time. Full time.
Okay, get rid of that.
Full time. So like I said before, I'm just kind of ramping off a load of small.
So I'm going to do something with my hand there, just to help the movement of this video. It's started. I don't know about for you guys. I don't know how you guys feel, but I just always get static as hell in my videos. As a lot of people as well, they'll use transform layer. Like I said, I don't try and do too much using like transform or anything like that. I just find, I think when people use it too much, it just becomes obnoxious. So I think I quite like just using.
So like I said before, what is
that? Okay.
So like I said before, I'm just kind of ramping off a load of small questions that I've kind of seen and about.
Dude, I really, really want a loop deck. I really want a loop deck. Oh god, yeah, I'd love a loop deck. Have you got a loop deck? And I haven't seen many videos about editing it, but the pro one with the little screen. Because the sole reason why I love a loop deck is the dial, so I could use a dial to go down my script my timeline
seen
instead.
About and that. Like I said before. So like I said before, I'm kind of So, like I said before, I'm kind of ramping off a load of time. So, like I said before, I'm kind of...
Yeah, it's too much. That's too much. That's like a visual headache.
Full time. Like I said before, I'm kind of ramping off a load of small questions that I've seen before, so everybody can kind of get the answer to these ones.
Boom. Yeah, I was going to do a video a bit more interesting, but...
Small questions that I've seen before.
It just went
so
downhill.
Everybody can kind of get the answer to these ones. So it's like sending off your footage. When you're sending off clips or...
What? How did I say sending off your footage? Sending off your footage.
Kind of get the answer to these ones. Sending off your footage. Sending...
God, what is going on there?
Off your footage.
Sending off your footage. Just had a brain fart moment, didn't I?
These ones. Sending off your...
Sending... What the bloody hell is... What am I saying?
These ones. Sending off your foot.
I don't even know what this edit's doing at the moment. I think I'm totally confused about... What?
Sending off your footage.
Oh god, that's horrendous. Right, I'll get rid of that.
Sending off your foot.
But I can't stand that. How did I say sending off your footage? Crikey. Alright.
Sending off your footage.
Oh, Jesus.
When you're
Oh, I might just get a copy in a second.
Footage. When you're sending off clips or drafts or anything like that, I've used WeTransfer and Dropbox and Google Drive. I actually find Google Drive was the easiest to start out because what you can do is you can create a folder and then have all of that client's drafts and stuff like that in that one folder.
I like the point I'm making, but I don't like how I'm saying
anything like that.
There's so much
like that. I've used WeTransfer
it out.
I've used anything like that. I've used WeTransfer and Dropbox and Google Drive. I actually find Google Drive was the easiest to start out at, because what you can do is you can create a folder.
You're about to type in now. Basically, 17 year. God, I can't even talk. Don't worry, lads. I can't talk today. Basically 17 in grade 11, want to convince my mother that I can make editing my career and use half my college fees to get a high-end PC. Okay. Set up online assets, online courses to speed my self-thought process, and other half goes straight to her retirement savings. Right. I'm going to take a step out for this. I know people who be watching this on repeat will be like, skip. But okay, so I get this quite a lot, surprisingly. Yeah. I think I can't tell you what to do, so you've got to take everything with a pinch of salt, because I can't tell you what to do financially. It's literally no, I can't do that. But I'm going to give you some advice in what I would say in that section. That's totally doable. And for me, exactly what you've just said there, the fact that you've kind of listed out all the different ways that you can make money doing that is totally doable. When I finished university, I had two choices. I could have gone straight into full-time work, because I had no, even though I started when I was 16, I had no basis to come on to, or I could really give freelance video editing a go. And I gave it a go, and it was a risky business. And I actually spent some time, I had one Christmas where I had a client who I still work for now, who I still do videos for now, literally saved my Christmas savings. So I could get some actual money. Building those relationships is important, going out there, setting up online assets, doing stuff, having your fingers in as many pies is the most crucial thing that you can do. And I don't think that's necessarily a bad thing. It depends what you wanted to go for college for. If you wanted to go to college for video editing, then maybe you could find some kind of asset in that. So the harder you work, you might be able to borrow school PCs and whatever. But if that's something you want to do, go for it. Make a list and show your parents that you can really, you've really thought out this entire process. When you sit down and have a conversation, you don't use, and I had to go through the exact same thing, so I understand where you're coming from. You don't go kind of like, Mum, I want to be a video editor. You say, okay, listen, these are the different ways I can make some money. This is how I can do this. This is how I can do this. If I set up online thing, and then the final thing that is all up to you is, do you believe you are capable of doing this? If you do, then go for it. If you don't, maybe take some time, get better at it. But if you think you're capable of creating assets and all that kind of stuff, go for it. It's 100% doable. 100% doable.
Google Drive. I actually find Google Drive.
I think that rant made sense. I don't even know at this point.
To start out, because what you can do is you can create a folder and then have all of that clients' drafts and stuff like that in that one folder. The only downside to the free version is the fact that it's only 15 gigabyte, but you can make it work.
I don't even know if this video is any good at this point. Jesus. I think I just need a coffee. I might need a coffee break.
15 gigabyte, but you can make it work. Multiple accounts, ladies. That's what I'm saying.
Right, we'll just do it. See, I really don't think, I know this is probably bad editing teachings right here, because I really don't think about the edits I'm doing. I think, what do you find that when you're watching a video, what is it you find that you watch the most? Do you watch like, oh, that edit was fantastic, or whatever? Are you thinking about the edit too, or are you thinking about the content? Or are you thinking about the content itself? I try to just edit in an entertaining way. I'm talking about really boring crap a lot of the time. Really boring crap. you know, sometimes it can be about taxes.
saying.
How can I make it
Counts.
more
Another thing that I'm
enjoyable
finding
and digestible?
is that our younger audience are really wanting to get started and give it a go at becoming a freelance video editor or earning some kind of money from video editing. Yes, that's completely possible. It's not impossible.
Oh, Charlie, so inspirational.
Our younger audience are really wanting to get started.
I want to take out that
Younger audience are really wanting to get started and give it a go.
Let's do a little bit of a zoom. The reason why I'm doing a zoom now is to break up the shot.
Give it a go at becoming a freelance video editor or earning some kind of.
Yeah, that could get rid of that. Trim that back.
Give it a go at.
That's too much fat. Trim that back. Too much fat. Go back.
Go at becoming a freelance video editor or earning some kind of money from.
Dude, trust me. At some point, we've got to do a stream where we review loads of trailers and stuff. I hate pooping on films, but I just love talking about them. Right? I love talking about them. Yeah, we've got to have a movie
some
stream.
Kind of money
got
from
to have a movie stream.
Video editing. Yes, that's completely possible. It's not impossible to be able to do that. Like I said before, you need to.
I'm surprised I'm still alive after all this talking.
Possible. It's not.
Yeah, let's get rid of these.
Completely possible. It's not impossible to be able to do that. Like I said before, you need to take a step back.
Take a step back.
Step back. Understand what your skills are, how good you are at those skills. Like, I can surely say there's a lot more better video editors than I am. Who are under the age of 18 for sure.
I think I was talking about this with my mate the other day. There's this this absolutely incredible editor, which I think you guys should go and have a look at her stuff on YouTube. Oh, that's me. I think it's Nikki HD. Look at this. So I'm a huge CS:GO player. And this edit is just mental. Look at this. I really like this. I don't know why. Film editing pro. I did course on trailer editing, creative editing. Hey, that's pretty good. Oh, that's really good. Oh, send a link if you can, and we'll have a look, see what sounds really good. Because and funny enough that you said that, that's two completely different aspects to video editing. And I don't think people realise. I just love the design and the renders and that. Oh, it's so beautiful, so beautiful. Yeah, I don't think people realise how many aspects to editing that there are
than I am,
and how the
who are
skills.
Under the age of 18 for sure. But it's just age does not define you in video editing. Define you. Age.
Yeah, we got another inspirational quote coming.
Age does not define you in video editing. Age does not define you. You are only as good as your skills are. For me, the reason why I'm saying it like
ooh, that's a rough cut.
The reason why I'm saying it like that is because for me,
let's see if we can do something about that. Because that is rough.
Skills are. The reason why I'm saying your skills are. The reason why I'm saying it like that is because for me, when I was about 16, I was definitely, even though I was working as a video editor.
Oh, it's talking so much. Dude, I do that honestly so much in my videos. So much.
You are only as good as your skills are. And my final...
Ooh. Only a 6.5-minute video.
And my final question from this video is going to be, and to end this question segment,
Jesus Christ.
And to end this
What is this?
skills
It's memes and we'll
and
take
to
it.
end this question segment, I'm going to talk about kind of, you know, getting started with video editing and how people really can get into it. There is no constraints holding you back apart from really how good you...
Yeah, it's true. It's true. It's true, Charlie. It's true.
Can get into it. There is no constraints holding you back apart from really how good your PC is, so that is probably a constraint. But there is no constraint.
Just like you said, Rexy. Just how good your PC is.
A constraint, but there is no constraints holding you back from getting into video editing. If you can have a PC that can run any, even free, you can get started. There are no constraints. You don't have to have Premiere Pro. When you start getting to bigger clients, of course, you need the industry standard, you need to workflow, but when you aren't, you can do basically whatever you...
Can't even remember the point I made there.
You need to be working in a certain workflow, but when you aren't, you can do basically whatever you want.
Damn. Sheesh.
So one thing people don't seem to get with video...
I carried on. I carried on. I thought that was my last point. Obviously not. Where did I say last point?
Is probably a constraint, but there is no constraints holding you back from getting... skills are. And to end this question segment, I'm going to talk about getting started with video editing and how people really can get into it. There is no constraints holding you back apart from really how good your PC is, so that is probably a constraint. But there is no constraints holding you back from getting into video editing. If you can have a PC that can run anything that's even free, you can get started. There are no constraints. You don't have to have Premiere Pro. Flow, but when you aren't, you can do basically whatever.
I'll get this.
So one thing people don't seem to get
this
with video
base edit
editing
done, and then
is
I'll
the fact that it is
grab a
pretty
coffee.
easy and open. It's not easy to get jobs, but it's easy to
be
really
fair, it's the
learn
one industry
everything that you need to
totally
know.
not defined on your age, sex,
you
race,
can learn
location,
every trick of the
anything.
trade and every effect and detail and course that you need right here on YouTube. I'm going to be even starting my own kind of beginner's course.
It sounds like I'm about to sell you something. I'm even going to start my own course right now, $5.99.
You want. So one thing people don't seem to get with video editing is the fact that it is pretty easy and open. It's not easy.
To be fair, I would love to see people's opposite opinions and
it's not
what
easy
I
to
talk
get
about.
jobs, but it's easy to really learn. Everything that you need to know is right here on YouTube. You can learn every trick of the trade and every effect and detail and course that you need right here on YouTube.
That's a pretty decent paced paragraph.
You need
I'll keep that
right here on YouTube. I'm going to be even starting my own kind of beginner's course, beginner's tutorial here on YouTube. I was thinking about putting it in a Skillshare.
Nah, I think I've already talked about that. I don't want to keep that. Snoring. That's
here
snoring boring.
And the more you can open up and expand your skills,
literally,
the best thing you could ever do.
Dude, if you live in a country where the dollar is worth more, unluckily, sorry, I'm in the UK, so obviously, so the pound is always crap when it comes to the dollar. I've over the course of my career as with my American clients, I've watched the pound, the value of the pound compared to the dollar decrease dramatically. So $1,000, which used to do, when I did a job for $1,000, I would get like, I think 800 back when I first started. Now it's like, I think it's like 650 to 750, I think, somewhere in between. It's so bad. But if you could live in a country where the dollar is worth way more than your local currency, then $1,000 job, which would be easy to get,
right here on YouTube. And the more you can open up and expand your skills is the best thing you could ever do. So for a lot of video editors, what I would say is once you get your feet in the ground, get your tiptoes in there.
Your tiptoes?
In the ground, get your toes in there.
Look at me playing with tiptoes. Tiptoe, God, come on, shoot.
Ground, get your tiptoes in there. Start.
Jesus. I'll get that back. I want that as normal.
Toes in there. Start looking at expanding.
Get rid of that breath.
Toes in there. Start looking at expanding out. You know, growing yourself. Out. You know, growing yourself. Whether that's photography, videography, they're all.
I would definitely like to introduce more cutaways and stuff like that into my YouTube videos. I find it hard at the moment because I'm not paid for it in the slightest to justify spending that much time away from it. Let's get this. We'll go with that. Oh no, not that one.
Joint skills.
Drunk. Get out of here. Oh, got some.
They're
some
all
cheese on my
conjoint
shoulder.
skills that can massively improve your overall sellability.
Go for big. You're from South Africa. Is that a good on average? You're from South Africa, so $1 is R15. What's the local currency? Sorry, dude, I'm sucking with currencies. No, you live near Dubai. Is the dollar worth more than... Oh, damn, actually. Holy crap. So, and then what's your cost of living like in Dubai? Like near Dubai? Is your cost of living expensive or is it cheap? So, like, the best way to say that is how much is a bag of some bread. So then if your cost of living's quite cheap, then
or
you could be
sellability and hireability for sure. Hireability for sure. Sure. And keep on having your fingers in loads of different pies. Never give up and never surrender.
All right, we're going with another slow motion meme. I'm going with it. I'm kicking it. Give 60%. Let's do this.
Never give up
and never surrender.
Oh man. Oh, I shouldn't be making a YouTube live stream about video editing if I cannot do a decent video edit. If I do keep checking my phone, it's because I am waiting for, like I said before, a boiler. Oh, damn. A 2 litre Coke's $1. Bloody hell. That's cheap. I think the value of $1, $1 in pounds is hit 74p. And that's about a can of Coke. Like a 300, how big is it? How much can of Coke amount? 355 millilitres. Christ. See how England's doing. Bloody hell. Mess.
Never give up
and never surrender.
You're going to hate me if I keep this in. You're going to hate me.
Never.
You're going to hate... Well, I'm doing it. I'm doing it. Who's going to stop me? Nobody's going to stop me.
Give up
and never.
In fact,
surrender.
I'll go halfway with you. I'll do 100 on that.
Up and never
surrender.
Right, we're going halfway. Right, we're going with cringe effects.
Never
surrender.
It's probably not even that funny. I just found it too funny. Yeah, so...
Yeah. Touch of salt. Use that pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you...
Can hear my dogs.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you...
Yeah, so my Twitter, I need to change it over my Twitter. I changed my handle, but I need to actually change it back. I'm actually going to change it back right now. Well, follow me now. On there. I'll change back over my Twitter handle. I keep on changing it.
Pinch of salt. Pinch of salt.
I need to
so,
stop
ladies and
changing
gentlemen,
it.
I hope you... That's Rolo. He's being murdered.
He literally sounds like he's being... When he hears
So,
like my
ladies and
girlfriend or somebody come home, he squeals like a pig.
So, ladies and gentlemen, I
took a break while he was
pinch of salt.
whining.
Pinch of salt. So, pinch of salt. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for joining me on today's episode. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, to be perfectly honest with you, and I can't believe I'm making a fourth part about freelance video editing.
Can't you? How do I change that? Honestly, Instagram's the one I can switch to a professional one. Cool. All right, I'll do it in a bit. What I'll do is I'll do it when I go and make a coffee. I'll switch it over, right? So just hold on. But yeah, I use Instagram mostly, to be fair.
Pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. So, ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you for joining me on today's episode. I don't know how this video is going to turn out, to be perfectly honest with you, and I don't know how this video is going to turn out, to be perfectly honest with you, and I can't believe I'm making a fourth. Perfectly honest with you, and I can't believe I'm making a fourth part about freelance video editing, but I guess there is loads to talk about, and I'm
To be fair, there's so much to talk about with video editing.
and I'm sure there'll be more questions and more kind of answers in the upcoming videos. If there's anything you feel like you want me to cover in a future freelancing video to really help you get started with freelancing, make sure to let me know down below, because this This is my bread and butter, so I really enjoy kind of answering your questions and being useful for once. So,
okay, so what am I saying here then?
So covering up the last bit, what I do want to talk about is kind of the idea of working from home, working as a freelance video editor.
That's what I wanted to add in, yeah. So
I guess there is loads to talk about, and I'm sure...
Yeah, so I'll cut this bit. So if I cut that out...
I actually have to go and...
work on that start bit in a bit.
Never give up and never...
Surrender.
Yeah. Touch of salt. Use that pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. So covering up the last bit, what I do want to talk about is kind of the idea of working from home, working as a freelance video editor. You have a lot of people who talk about working from home, about how hard it is and how it can kind of start grating at you. For me,
this is
somebody
just like
who's
an
been
ending
working
statement,
from home
really,
for the past like 6 years now.
Because I think one thing that people don't understand is I think you find it a lot in the news at the moment is people have been talking about how hard they find it from home, mental health and stuff like that. It is tough. It isn't easy, to be fair. You know, I've been working from home for the past 6 years. And there's like days where literally you can go without seeing anybody. But it's just managing it. If you manage your day, you know, I made sure gym was an important part of my day. I was wrote off for a while from the gym, so that was really hard. But as long as you just manage it, really, you know, like I speak to much less people, but I'm not too bothered about that sometimes. You know, when I do YouTube videos, I play games and stuff like that, it just helps you.
From home for the past like 6 years now, it's really nothing ever different. You have to start having your own routines and kind of looking into how you work best. If you want to
many benefits to it.
Video editing, you've got
so many benefits.
So many benefits. Pursue video editing.
Hey yo, as someone who wants to know how to edit like a pro, this is insanely useful. What editing techniques do I have to master to go pro? Okay, good question, Hugo. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. So I don't know if this will be useful. The edit on this video is pretty trash. But yeah, what do you need to... Okay, the one thing that you need to learn above anything else is pacing. If you can cut to pacing, that's all you need. Like, look, to be fair, in this video, I've used no special effects. No, you know, you can use... Me and Rexy were talking earlier. You can use transitions and stuff like that from places like story blocks and assets and stuff like that. But if you... The only thing you need to be able to do is pace edit. That's it. You can beat every single editor around you if you can pace edit well. So that's just understanding pacing. So one of the things I use when I do videos and for work and stuff like that is, and this is kind of on the same topic, it's just a little bit different, is the way you talk. So if I'm talking about a certain topic, I will go up and then I'll go down. If you watch the news, a lot of people do the exact same. So on this Friday night, a man was caught having a dump by a bin. It's a terrible example, but oh, is that the pacing? Yes, pacing. So pacing is like okay, you know, I can't think today. Let me just get what is pacing. Pacing in film. That's the best way. Pacing is the speed at which a plot moves and can be determined by the speed of camera shots. Okay, so that's it. Pacing is the speed of which the plot moves. So you've got to think of every single edit you do, if it's a video or anything. It's a film, it's a movie, it's a story. What's the story of this video? The story of this video is to, you know, be informational to people who want to know about thingy. And so it's got to just be able to have pacing, and it's got to have flow. What a lot of editors don't seem to get is pacing. What they'll start doing is they'll start whacking in loads of random effects, and they won't be when you just start, like, everything's got to have a reason. You got to have a reason for something. If you're going to zoom the camera in, what is the reason for zooming the camera in? Is it because you want to add a gag? Is it because you want to help the pace of the edit? You know, so that can be a simple thing. So zooming in just a tiny bit will help the viewer to re-centralize himself with it. I'm probably bambling now. You asked for it. But yeah, it's just understanding how to put a story together. That's the most important thing that you need to know. The rest can come with time and tutorials, I promise you. Best. If you want to pursue video editing, you've got to come to the realization of that you have to become your own mini boss. You're going to have to start working on your schedule, working on this, working on that. So if you say... Yeah, I'm kind of just leaving this bit. If you say have not yet to become a video editor, but you're the video editor when you start learning video editing. So, but you're the video editor when you start learning video. So I'm going to zoom in here because it's a bit of a gag, a bit of a pace check, I call it. The video editor when you start learning video editing. But like, YouTube is a beast in itself. So if you want to edit on YouTube, you need to constantly think about. If you aim to become a paid video editor, a paid freelance video editor, you need to start adding in those fundamentals right now. You need to be waking. Okay, let's do something with that right now. Right now. Yeah, I've got to say, at the moment, like I said before, because this is unpaid, it's all, you know, free time. I have to go and do other jobs after this. I try and get my edits done in a day. Mentals right now. You need to be waking up in the morning, learning. If you're not... Oh, it's all more, informational stuff. Not doing anything with your day, you need to learn a new skill. That's basically what I do with every single minute of every single day. Charlie. Couldn't agree with Charlie anymore. If you got free time, learn something. Every single day. Some things don't stick, some things do stick. It's like that old saying, you throw enough shit at a wall, something's... I was literally using that yesterday. It's gonna stick. Lovely saying. God, looks so creepy at the bloody camera. Stick. So, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed this, and I will see you in the next one. I keep on forgetting to say all the stuff that I meant to say, aren't I? In the next one. I keep on forgetting to say all the stuff that I meant to say, aren't I? What is it? It's... Yeah, so basically what it is, it's not 4K subs, so it's 1K subs, I tell you right now. It's 1K subs, it's two-step verification, it's no active community guideline strikes, and it's 4,000 hours of watch time in the past year. And that's the big one. Oh, your message retracted. I got it. But yeah, hopefully enough. Like and subscribe, do more, subscribe, watch my videos. Thank you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bam. I feel like I was... God, this is the longest outro of my life. Look at that. I'm just eating a box of cheese. That wasn't really me, was it? That wasn't really me, was it? I never go bam. Maybe I'll hit the mic instead. Yeah, we'll end it on a mic kit. That's us. That's the thing. Individual. And what I'll do is I'll keep the sound, cut the video. Is for more to edit. Do you really have to? No. Oh shit. No, not at all. Not at all. When you get bigger, 100% switch over to Adobe. Because if you're fitting into a workflow and the kind of things that it can do is way better. So what I would recommend is when you start to earn money, reinvest in yourself, and reinvest into yourself and get yourself Premiere, the entire Adobe pack, because that and After Effects are just incredible. I've seen that those Gleam giveaways get people a lot of traction on their socials. I think so. What would I give away though? A high five? I don't know. Yeah, that's like paid. It's just paid, isn't it? People just pay to do that. Like, I'm not gonna lie to you, I do a lot of stuff like that with work, with all my social media management, which is funnily enough that I'm struggling to get my own brand off. I work with brands, but it's, you know, it's one of those things because what I'm doing, you know, video editing isn't the most sought after thing on YouTube at all. Oh god, my green tea's cold as heck. All right, so we've got the base edit basically done. I'm pretty happy in general with this base edit. We've got a couple of mini edited sequences. Well, I say mini edited, they're awful. And I'm here to settle it, right? This is that the official response. That goes so bright so fast. Response from the Lieutenant Video Editor, Charlie Rowlands. And that is, as a pro editor, do you have to do thumbnails? Let me just answer this. Networking is a big part of freelancing. How do you deal with that? Oh, we got some killer ones just as I've done the base edit. Okay, so networking is one of my I hate it. I'm not gonna lie. So I've worked on for the past 2 years. I've been working with a business for social media and stuff like that, and I absolutely hate social media. Now I've come to hate it because what I do is I work with so many different brands that I see what comment sections are like and stuff like that, and people are just absolutely horrible. But you know, it's what it is. What it is. Yeah. So networking. Networking is a massive part, but it depends what you want to do, I think, and it depends what part of the scene you want to get into. So if you are wanting to go out there to edit YouTubers' videos, you need to be a part of that YouTuber editor kind of portfolio. Start following those people, start, you know, replying to them on Twitter and their kind of stuff, and just get ready for when they put a tweet out there saying, I'm looking for an editor. It's basically what I did a lot of the time. But yeah, sorry. I've just had my brainwave. This is what happens to me a lot. Okay, so I'll tackle yours so you go after. So networking. You need to think about your entire social media as a business. Your business is you. You are a brand in yourself. So your Instagram, your Facebook, and YouTube and everything needs to be branded around what exactly you do. What I find the biggest problem is people have like their social medias, their private social media and stuff like that. So when they start causing traction, people are looking at them. Like employers will genuinely do a check around for exactly who you are, what you do, what you like on your social media, because they don't want to hire a bloody, you know, like a KKK member or something like that. So yeah, you just need to think about yourself as a brand, and that is it. That's exactly what I do. I don't use my socials really for anything other than kind of branding myself and having them as a proof of concept. So you want somebody to be able to be like, okay, you look like a good editor, I'll have a look at your stuff. And so, you know, your Instagram could be full of some of the edits that you do, some examples, some bits and bobs of exactly what you're trying to sell them. Yeah, I don't know if that made sense. I'm tired today. As a pro editor, oh thank you. I never consider myself a pro editor. As a pro editor, do you have to do thumbnails? Yeah, you want to be able to, like I said before, you want to be able to put as many fingers in as many pies as you can. So if you can video edit, use Photoshop, mix sound, and also have a idea, well, you need to have an idea of cameras and stuff like that, then that's the best thing to do. One more thing, do you need a degree of some sort? Have you gotten hired based on your portfolio? I've never got hired solely on my degree. use that as you will. I did well at uni. I got a first class, the highest grade in film production and film production technology and business management. Sorry, I got the highest degree that you can, and that's never solely got me a job. Never, because the jobs get you jobs in this industry. I promise you that. That is 100%. That's something I could lay down my bloody life on. Is if somebody had a degree and you had a load of experience and they didn't have any kind of like a portfolio, a show reel or whatever, you're getting hired out of them 9 out of 10 times. Well, 10 out of 10 times. 100%. 100%. Do you think, Narish, hello. Do you think transition from Premiere Pro to Final Cut Pro X is a good option for efficient workflow? I work on just YouTube editing. See, Final Cut Pro X is Mac based. I'm PC based. I've had quite a lot of experience, to be fair, in Final Cut. I think I used Final Cut 9 and then I went over to X when it first started. But that was just on like uni computers and stuff like that. It's personal choice. If you're not doing stuff for bigger clientele, use whatever you want to use, to be fair. As long as you can deliver it, that's absolutely fine. The workflow is the best one. When I first came I came from Sony Vegas to Premiere Pro while I was at uni. And that was probably quite a stark. I didn't enjoy it at the start. I found Premiere Pro quite intimidating. Yeah, but I just needed industry standard because I've done so many gigs where it's like, hey, we've got this workflow. Can you work with us on this? Blah, 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 blah. You know, or if I'm working with other illustrators and stuff like that, I'm just like, can I have your assets? And it's just easy. But Final Cut Pro X is pretty well integrated, actually, surprisingly. It's really well integrated. Hugo, right, Charlie, many thanks for the tutoring, but gotta go. No worries, thank you for stopping by, honestly, really appreciate it. I'm gonna do these more often, I think, you know, just chill edit. I don't think anybody does on YouTube, so might as well. You guys can ask questions, and I always like, it's one thing with the video, I record a video, answer another questions, and then I'm just like, oh, damn it, should have answered that or whatever. Rexy, I'm currently in Vegas, but I know Premiere is an industry standard, but I still dread the Switch. Honestly, just rip the plaster off if you can. I used to love, I did a video on ranking the thing is, I'm not sure if you saw it, but I have a dear love for Sony Vegas. I felt like it taught everything that I needed to know about editing, for sure. Okay, let's take a look at this start. We've got a lot of work to do with this. I actually have to go and fill my car's tyres up. It's a bit low. So you can come with me and we'll just talk after it. So what we're going to want to do here, this is going to be... Oh, yes, you did! Funny enough, isn't it? Check the solo tips before you go. No, bloody hell, bro. I don't know about that. Honestly, I'm not saying this to sound a thingy. I'm not doing YouTube in any way to try and become famous. My heart and my love is in filmmaking, 100%. 100%. I love YouTube. I think it's fantastic, and I've finally got to the point where I found something that I enjoy talking about all the time. But yeah, so just know, I just want you all to become successful. That's it. That's it. I felt more like a teacher than an influencer. Ugh. Oh, Rolo, you big white fluff ball. Look at his face. If we noticed from this bit, I'm actually quite excited to have a look into this. We've got some nice flow of motion, so I could probably cut it up there, and we'll go with the motion there. And then that is a lovely motion right there. That's lovely. Yeah. Videography is like part of my. It's a big part of my business, but video editing, because I come from video editing, I started out with literally just my PC. And I was pretty good at editing when I started out. That's the thing I, got caught with. That's why I stick mainly with video editing, because it's just so I can make that sandwich really well. Videography, I can as well, but I don't have as much. You got to go out and do stuff and all that, and I earn more money from just video editing than I do doing my videography. But I'm expanding that out with my business, so I'm actually, and maybe I'll talk about this in the future with this stuff, is I'm actually changing my freelance, getting rid of my freelance business completely and merging that with my boss, funnily enough, to create a business which we're releasing soon. So we've got some really natural, nice little.
I'm sorry.
See, the reason why that and that work well is because of the white car.
I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres, and I thought I'd just talk while I'm doing some kind of stuff. I'm going to try and get stuff done today, right? And ignore the kind of stuff.
Get rid of this bit.
I'm going to try and get stuff done today, right? And ignore the sun flare. I'll do us both a favour and just block out the sun, because my tripod sucks. So we all go through these kind of emotions of just,
see, I think your way of thinking about it as well, Rexy. Sorry, people probably watching this and back here probably thinking, can he stop bloody randomly talking? But Rexy just said, I've been saving it for a Blackmagic Pocket Cinema Camera Pro, and that's a whole other story, 100%. But that's a good way of thinking about it as well. You need to adapt everything. If you can use a camera and edit, you're literally on your way to success, honestly. I recently sold my Fuji X-T3 for a Sony A7 III, just because of the amount of cameras of it. But the Blackmagic Pocket Cinema camera is, I'd love that, but I think the one that's really got me is the DJI. Is it the Ronin 4D?
Right, and ignore the sun flare. I'll do us both.
I wasn't working on buying a house.
Favour and just block out the sun, because my tripod sucks. So we all go through these kind of emotions of just, I want to make it now and I want to do it now, which is absolutely fine. But unfortunately enough, for a lot of people, you've got to spend a little bit of time.
This isn't a good camera angle, is it? My old tripod broke, so now I'm using this awful one that I found in this charity shop.
I'm working and grafting at your ability to do as many effects as you can and to a high standard as you can. And the one thing I always come back to saying is how important it is to be able to know when you're at that stage and when you're not at that stage. And that will really kind of help you when doing your freelance work, because it's going to help you become a bit harder to criticism.
Oh, I'm such an idiot. Harder to criticism. Crikey, Charlie. Crikey.
Harder to criticism.
I feel like I need to add some wave effect in there. Let's go to audio. Let's do something. Modulation, maybe. It's not modulation. Which one is it? Is it flanger? I don't know which one the flanger is again.
Harder to criticism.
Bloody hell. Synthesize.
Harder to.
Oh god, that's horrendous. Vocal flange.
Harder to criticism.
Modulation.
Harder to criticism. Harder to criticism, and also more sure of your abilities and what you can offer to a client.
What is that emoji? I don't even understand that emoji. Is that I think a camera. Oh, it's a
we went
camera thingy.
Well, it seems like nobody had any air, so now I've got a flat tyre. Some fuel, at least.
Yeah, as well, just sorry to stop again. One of the best things you can really do with an edit is just hard cuts. People underestimate hard cuts so much. I find that what will, because I'll show you, I'm going to use some kind of like spin effects and stuff like to help merge things. But hard effects are so, I don't know, for me, I find them so satisfying. Like, they just do so much more. Like,
well, it seems like nobody.
I like that. I feel like it's got a bit of comedy in it.
Well, it seems like nobody had any air, so now I've got a flat tyre. Some fuel, at least. but no air in that tyre. This is why I stick to video editing and not...
I want to zoom in a bit to help the pace.
Flat tyre, some fuel at least, but...
What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to cut a segment out of that just to bump it.
Tyre, some fuel at least, but no air in that tyre. This is why I stick to video editing and not car manufacturing. Or anything to do with cars. Okay, that didn't go anywhere near as planned. School kids came out and then school kids are terrifying. So, where were we? We were talking about...
What are you saying? I don't know. I'm a mod for a lot of people, so I just use random emojis and have every type of few mins and yeah, trust me, I'd love. What emojis do I have? Right, I'm taking a break. Oh, cool. How about that? All right, I need to get some coffee, ladies and gentlemen. I'm going to whack on some music and I'm going to change it back to the other thing. I'm going to probably be gone for about 5 minutes. I'm just going to. Because I'm making press, aren't I? I'm making pressed coffee. So I'll make sure to come back. Look, I've literally banged this stream out in like 5 minutes. Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna come back and we're gonna edit all the sound and all that, and we're gonna get it done. Probably take another under an hour. We'll have everything finished. So let me find some music and let's see what we got. I think I need to add the computer. Yeah, I need to just add the computer sound in it. Audio, output capture, speakers. Gotcha. There we go. All right. Let's find something. Let's go on trending on Epidemic sound. Boom. All right. I'm just going to leave the camera on. Yeah. Gonna make some hot water. Cheers, guys. I've got a look. Probably got hat hair.
my mind. I'm under your spell, I can't get out. My heart falls 5 below, and I'm still here. I'm freezing cold, but I will wait. I hold my breath till I turn blue.
I am back. Finally, from my adventure. I made a coffee and got a hand of jam dodger. Don't judge me. Alright, let's get to some sound editing. We've got to try and find a track that we like for basically the entire edit. So let's have a look at what we've got here. So the pacing of the video is pretty good. The reason why I like Epidemic sound is when it gives you suggestions. So
Okay, that didn't go anywhere near as planned.
I like this music.
That tire. This is why I stick to video
Ritzy,
editing and not
thank you for waiting.
car manufacturing.
Did you make your drink? Hot Milo.
Anything to do with cars. Okay, that didn't go in.
What do we like? What do you think of this one?
Car manufacturing.
So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to make a new track here, because the way I like to usually edit music is I've started using Audio Track Mixer, and I've found that Audio Track Mixer is easily the superior way to edit sound, because what you can do is you can use this drop down here and you can whack your effects on one exact bit. So that's what I'm going to do with my voiceover, my voice, and then I'm going to do that with the music as well. So I'll kind of show you. How's the wide angle for everybody as well, because I know less people use ultra wide angle monitors, so it can be a bit of a pain. How is that for everybody? Maybe if it is a bit of an issue, what I'll do is I'll in the future I'll change my screen aspect ratio so it's not as horrible for everybody. If so. But then again, what I would say is I'd tell everybody, if you want to get into serious video editing, once you do a couple of jobs, get yourself an ultra wide angle. I could not go back. In fact, I would go for even wider. It's just so good when it comes to timeline. Like this would be normally like that. Ugh. But I started on that. I've still got one of the two monitors that I started out on, which is my side monitor. But okay, let's get to the music. So we've got
near as planned.
what you want to do with a track, right, is you want the song to help lift the entire video, and that's what it's basically there to do. Is the most important part of it, because if you have a boring track, so say I look at recommended for my YouTube channel here, so it's got to help push it. The black bars, it has black bars. That's the problem, isn't it? So maybe what I'll do in the next stream, just so if it is an issue, what I'll do is I'll change it. Okay, so here we go. What we got here? It's got nice. The problem is these down bits here got quite long. What I've always kind of usually gone for is lo-fi hip-hop, because I feel like that's always got a pretty good beat which doesn't intrude the actual audio, so you've got to make sure of that as well, that the audio isn't intruded, the track isn't intruding the audio of the person. Like I said, I've got to keep an eye out for that the plumber. Don't get the wrong idea. My mother agrees with me doing editing as a career and getting no compromise. Of my mother. But yeah, of my mother agree. Well, I'm trying to read this. But if my mother agrees with me doing editing as a career, I'm getting a no compromise setup. I don't want anything holding me back besides myself. Exactly. Good way to think about it, dude. Honestly, I've got to say, and like I said, I won't tell anybody what to do with their money or anything like that. But it's like saying, I personally don't see any difference of you saying, I want to work in a supermarket or I want to work as a video editor. You know, you could get fired from working in a supermarket. You get fired. Well, you can't really get fired working as an editor. Well, this has got a more current beat. It's a bit too. See, the problem with this one is it's a little bit too. Yeah. Well, it's a good track. It's just too. What's the word? Too low. Using too many lows in it. That's too high. No, we probably don't want sports. Ooh. Ooh. This is going to be people's most hated part of the entire process. It's just me going through tracks really fast. But I think a lot of video editors will get this. A lot of music editors will get this as well. It's playing the same word over and over again. Music editors and video editors can really find relations in that theme. So if we go here, what we got? Come on, I want storytelling techniques. Ooh. Ooh, I like that. That's cool. I like that. That's two. That's right. That's right. See, it needs to kind of be very concurrent. It needs to keep up a beat for the entire song. It's the music too loud. Alright, there we go. I've turned it down. It is blasting in my headphones, I've got to say. Oh, that's pretty cool. What is this? That is funky. Yeah, it's so hard to... it's honestly, like I've said before, it is the part of the process that I absolutely dread. When you find the track, it's perfect. Do we use something like that? I've done like that just in case I can't find anything. No, thank you, Nareesh, for coming along. I'm definitely going to be doing streams. I think we'll probably go bi-weekly, to be honest with you. And I'll just fit in whenever I'm editing or whatever. But I think it's probably same time next week. There'll be a video out as well. This video will be out probably on the weekend or something. Thank you for coming along. I really appreciate it, dude. That's pretty good. I like that. Not bad. If you want it... Too much. Nope. Swear I've heard this one before. I feel like this is being so overused, this one. Okay, let's see what else we can get. Okay. Yeah, screw it. Okay, we're going to go with that. We're going to go with Stone Cookies. I do need to open up an old project as well to try and find that old song. Which one do you prefer? Whoever's in chat, let me know. Do you prefer this track?
Some fuel at least, but no air in that tyre.
Oh, actually, let me just go back to this. This track.
I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go.
That track, or would you prefer this as the background track?
Okay, that didn't go anywhere near as planned. School Kids came out.
Let me just reset that, sorry. Oh no. Oh no. Here we go. It's because I need to drink my coffee. It's too hot.
And then,
oh God, you're right. That's so loud. Jesus.
and the School Kids are terrifying. So where were we? We were talking about
this one.
So where were we again? And so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I've seen pop up, and we'll kind of go through them, and I'll explain them in more of an ordinary fashion. So
Oh, I think that one. I think the second one. What do you guys think? Let me know. The second one's pretty good. I'll start working with the second one. What I'm actually going to do though is I'm going to edit this start bit.
talk after it.
Add a little bit of sound from that.
Hello, hello,
Hello, hello.
hello. I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pop.
Does that need any overlay kind of... What I could probably do is do a better job of that by... no, that's kind of perfect there. If I go like that, let's have a look where that leads us. Nah, I prefer that before. Bin. Okay, let's get a adjustment layer. So the best way to work with your kind of transition effects and stuff like that is get an overlay, just drag down the side just a tad, and let's put that over there. So that's where our effect's going to be. Then I use loads of different free packs. Hey, everybody's qualified for that. It's just what you feel, what you vibe. You know, when you're watching a video, what is the first thing you notice? It's never really the music, is it? Well, I don't know. Could be. Think about Peter McKinnon, but I don't know. I can't think about Peter McKinnon. Actually, just Cinecom.net has a really good free handheld movement pack. Really, really good one. I've got quite a few. I've made quite a lot myself. These ones aren't on this website anymore because we're transitioning, obviously, to the to the full business, so the website's kind of gone. Helps a little bit. See, that's a lovely. It's because the natural mode. I'm not going to do anything for that.
I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to do my text over this. I just want to jump back into Photoshop. I will just change the angle of a thingy. This is just for a sec. God, what's going on with my hair? I look like an old man. Just because I've got NDA stuff, projects open, so I don't want to just do that. All right, should be fine. Okay, cool. Cool. We're here. This was a thumbnail made for the other video because I've changed all the thumbnails. I don't know if you've recent or what, but I used to have completely different thumbnails. They were all terrible. Mont, that's it. Mont heavy demo. Okay, that's cool. I'm happy with that. All right, because I really like that font. Nope. Mont heavy demo. Is that what I'm using now? Can't remember. No, I'm using Lato. Lato's quite nice. Mont. Yeah. There we are. Okay. We'll go freelance. Then what I'm going to do, I'm just going to do something really simple, actually. And then I'm going to go here. I'm going to go video editing, editor. Is it editor? 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 Is it? Always looks wrong. Yeah, it's that. I'm right. Thumbnail. Maybe add red behind you. I don't know, but that thing is supposed to get people's attention. Oh yeah, see, there's multiple different ways, right? I don't know why I drank my coffee like that. So I'll go into that when we actually go into the thumbnail process. And it's kind of, I think you've got to think about when it comes to your own branding. So such as that. At first I did a lot of that kind of stuff, and then I decided that actually I don't really want to associate that kind of level of stuff towards my brand, if that makes sense. Yeah, I wanted to just keep it very like nice looking. Like I look at a lot of like Peter McKinnon's style, and I'm just like, I love Peter McKinnon's style. Editorial is quick. Thanks, Mike. Playing in the backside there. What we'll do is we'll do something like. And then I'll just copy and paste that. Actually, no, I'll copy and paste freelance. And when I scrub Redo's head for the second time, we'll do part 4. The essential graphics is just gotten fantastic.
I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres, and I thought I'd just talk while I'm doing some kind of stuff. I'm going to try and get stuff done today, right, and ignore the sun flare. I'll do us both a favour and just block out the sun, because my tripod sucks.
All right, let's have a look at the very opening of this video. I actually have to go and fill my car's tyres up. It's a bit low,
So you can come with me and we'll just talk after it.
What is that? Oh god, I need to get rid of that. I mean, looking like an absolute goon. Oh, and there, I need to get rid of that awkward. I actually have to go and fill my car's tyres up. It's a bit low.
So you can come with me and we'll just talk after it. I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres, and I thought I'd just talk while I'm doing some kind of stuff. I'm going to try and get stuff done today, right, and ignore the sun flare. I'll do us both a favour and just block out the sun, because my tripod sucks. So we all go through these kind of emotions of just, I want to make...
See, that's a tough cut right there.
So we all go through these... So we all go through these kind of emotions.
See, this is a situation which I hate. I absolutely hate this. So you look, I've just made an edit right there. There's multiple things that you can do for that. So one thing I could do is bring everything else, but it causes so much disruption. I think in a YouTube video, you can get away with just sneaky beaky.
Tripod sucks. So we all go through these kind of emotions of just, I want to make it now and I want to do it now, which is absolutely fine. But unfortunately enough for a lot of people, you've got to spend a little bit of time working and grafting at your ability to do as many effects as you can and to a high standard as you can. And the one thing I always come back to saying is how important it is to be able to know when you're at that stage and when you're not at that stage. And that will really kind of help you when doing your freelance work, because it's going to help you become a bit harder to criticism and also more sure of your abilities and what you can offer to a client.
To get rid
Cars
of that.
are rumbling. Whoa! Yeah, we went.
Okay, I want to cut that there because that's a gag moment. Look at my face. I look awful from below, don't I? Look at. See, I've got those. That's the only bit of Persian that comes through my my body is those just non-existent, non-expressive potato head vibes.
Whoa! Yeah, we went. Well, it seems like nobody had any air, so.
Okay, so now I'm going to start introducing this one thing, actually. And this one crucial part. I pay £15 a month for this app called Soundly. Oh, no. There we go. Soundly. And Soundly is basically a integrated database of just a crap ton of sound effects. It's, you know, if you start earning... I think they do have a free version, but I straight up love it so much that I bought into it, and I was just I think it's fantastic. There's just, look at all these sound effects. There's just, and I'm going to show you the best. So if I do whip, okay, that's a nice one. So look, I can play on this timeline. And I can grab all of it, double click to grab all of it, or I can do a... Oh, damn it, I spoiled the effects. Get rid of that. So yeah, what you can do is you can... If I just get rid of that, and I can drag just that bit, drag and hold, boom, straight in the timeline. Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. And it's the best thing. I've had it for, I think... I've been subscribed for about 2 years now. It's so good. It's so good. Absolute game changer. In fact, it's one of my best video editing friends, for sure.
I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres, and I thought I'd just talk while I'm doing some kind of stuff. I'm going to try and get stuff done today, right, and ignore the sun flare. I'll do us both a favour and just block out the sun.
Okay, the bit that I want to start using.
Whoa! Yeah, we went.
So what I want to do... Oh, I've already got one open there. I want to add a creak sound for... Okay, I like the sound of that footstep. I'm going to add that in, and I'm going to do it when the camera falls. It's had a bit of comedy in it. Does it only work in Premiere? I don't know, actually. I think it basically works in everything. It should do. Yeah, it should work in absolutely everything. Because it's drag and drop and it creates the file in the...
Whoa! Yeah, we...
but yeah, no, it should work in everything. It's so useful.
Whoa! 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 Yeah. Whoa! Yeah, we went. Well, it seems like nobody had...
And then I want another whoosh. That doesn't work as well as I wanted it to, but see, that's a nice one. All of my films do use it as well. What file format do you export in? I export in Hugo. I thought you were done for today. What file format? Let me just show you that right now. If I go to export media, I do have a shortcut for it, but I don't ever want to put it. H.264 high bit rate, 203 with my HDR graphics. I just do one VBR pass, so it's not too heavy. But yeah, at 10 target bit rate 10. That's usually fine for YouTube. YouTube compresses so hard.
Whoa! Yeah, we went. Well, it's
Jesus.
Well, it seems.
Is that work there?
Well, it seems like nobody had any
Specs. I haven't set that up in the stream yet. I've got to do so much setup in the stream.
Well, it seems like nobody had any air, so now I've got a flat tyre, some fuel at least, but no air in that tyre.
Damn it! You know, I've just remembered about this. I don't know why it hasn't kicked in yet. I've still
This is
got
why I
flat
stick to
tire.
video
I've got to deal
editing
with
and
it.
not car manufacturing.
Damn it.
Or anything to do with cars. Okay, that didn't go anywhere near as planned. School Kids came out and then
Let's start mixing this track.
School Kids are terrifying. So, where were we?
Okay,
We were
I'm gonna
talking
start
about...
mixing.
Where were we again?
Right, I'm gonna just cheat. I'm gonna just show you a trick. Hold Shift, Alt, no, hold Alt, drag and click. Cut off the start. Actually, is a bit of a friendly reminder. Grab off the start, grab at the end, click, drag, repeat. Click, drag, repeat. Boom, and then right click. Hold Shift and left click. Sorry, God, I'm not even saying the right words. Hold Shift, click. Hold Shift, click. Right click. Apply default transitions. Nobody will notice. I had a class and I had to attend, but hell, what do you study? What's your class? Is it an important class? I can't tell you to skip class.
And so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I've seen pop up.
Right, I'm going to do a little bit onto my voice. I think I'm pretty happy with the average my voice is at. It doesn't peak too much. It doesn't go too low at points. I kind of stay quite consistent. So I'm going to have a look at a dynamics processing, see what I can do here. Okay, let's have a look. I'm not amazing with vocals, I've got to say, with my sound.
We'll kind of go through them and I'll explain them in more of an ordinary fashion. So one thing I see coming across the comment section quite a few times is how much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is completely down to you, and the amount that you charge will evolve with you.
So if I say that with,
so one thing
I'll just try that on 2 levels and just test it. Okay, so
I see coming across the comment section
without,
quite a few times,
and that's with.
One thing I see coming across the comment section quite a few times is how much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is completely.
I always use hard limiter and just get that so it's minus. So it means it's never going to peak. It's never going to peak.
What you should charge as a freelancer is completely down to you, and the amount that you charge will evolve with your progression as a freelancer. So like I've stated in other videos, I've charged clients for absolutely loads of stuff for absolutely nothing, and then also on the other side of the scale, I've charged...
Let's have a look, see what this sounds like. I never put a hard limiter on my music, but let's have a look, see what it does. I think just make sure it doesn't peak over. I think it's just a bit of a safety net, to be honest.
The video in itself, but the...
Okay, I'm answering some questions now for people who are watching back. So Rexy has said, who are your biggest inspirations in the industry? Ooh, okay, I'm gonna add to that. In which industry? In YouTube or film? Because they're 2 different beasts. I wouldn't say they're similar. Thank you, darling. Just to clarify, Pelsy's my girlfriend, and she's just said loving the dressing gown, and thank you, darling. But I've actually just found a hole in it as well. So he needs to get me, needs to get me a new dressing gown. That's important. I'm still waiting for the plumber, or whatever he is, the boiler guy. And he was apparently it's between 2 and 6. 2 and 6, you know, those even times.
Skills, the knowledge, and the kind of aftercare that came with it. So I wouldn't just deliver a video, I would deliver a video, recommendations, how to use the video, kind of what you could...
I want to add a little bit more oomph to the audio. Oh no, that's another hard limiter, get rid of that. I want to add a bit of... Maybe if I add a little bit of denoise. Let's see. Light denoiser. Use it on the thingy, drop that.
Kind of aftercare that came with it. So I wouldn't just deliver a video, I would deliver a video, recommendations.
Okay, so this is just one thing with either one. Okay, so biggest inspiration with YouTube is definitely got to be people like Matty Hipolgi, Peter McKinnon. I love Peter McKinnon, absolutely love Peter McKinnon. Film Riot, I think I've learned a lot from Film Riot in those terms, and Corridor Crew, for sure. They're just my top kind of film stuff. And then I have to say, I'm going to say it. I've got to say PewDiePie is probably my number one, but that's probably because I've been subscribed to him for so long. I was watching him literally when I was at school, which is bizarre. Darling, you'll stitch it. Oh no, please. I need a new dressing gown. This one's falling to pieces. And Hugo says, you should make a video about editing audio. Seems complicated. See, that's where I feel like I'm not educated enough for that. It's definitely not my strongest suit. I know kind of the basis. So here with noise reduction, you've just got to make sure.
But the skill,
it starts to sound weird. So if I just solo this track,
the knowledge, and the kind of aftercare that came with it. So I wouldn't just
close these red and blue bits are. So the red is the noise, the blue is the audio.
Deliver a video.
When that red starts coming into the blue,
I would deliver.
It's going to start making it all up.
Video recommendations.
All we need to do, because we know the audio is pretty clean already.
Kind of what you
we just need to take a little bit off, like 5%.
Do further, and how to make a move off that. Another thing is, how do
so
you
it's going to have
money?
literally the smallest effect, but that's more effective.
That's one question I've seen come up quite a few times. The way I receive money is very simple. I either use direct bank transfer or PayPal. Don't try and
now I've got you guys here. Do you guys have any preference with me adding? Do you find that if I add an extra bit of, I don't know, like if I'm talking about PayPal, do you feel like if I added the symbol of PayPal in, or something like that, do you think that has any effect on the way you view the video? Because I personally don't. I feel like I don't know. I'm just boring now, aren't I? Just talking about boring stuff. Maybe it helps. God, my coffee's
quite a few times. The way I receive money is very simple. I either use direct bank transfer or PayPal. Don't try and overdo this.
Have I done a zoom there? Did you?
Just do the formalities. It's not that bad. Another question is, how do I feel about this was posted by Charles. Easy name to remember. Charles. That's my name. When approaching friends and family, how do you go about that? How do you charge them? Right, okay, from the start, you can do friends and family favors only if it helps you out. I realized very early on that a lot of friends and families are going to kind of want to use your skills because...
Yes, to adding extra stuff, little bits and bobs in.
They're a good skill set. Whether you're a video editor or a photographer or do a bit of both, it's the best skills that you can have for social environments, because that's just how it is. But remember, if it's a business, it's a business, and you have to make some. Whether you offer it,
that awful edit, awful edit. I love it.
Whether you offer a discounted price or you kind of do a couple of gigs for free. Think about it is, how much are your time and effort?
Okay, so let's start adding. I think the base of this entire video is pretty much sorted.
I will see you in the next one. I keep on forgetting to say all this.
Yeah, and then the base stuff. So it's just adding kind
School
of
kids are
bits and bobs.
terrifying. So where were we? We were talking about. So where were we?
Okay, so we wanted to cut the music out. Yeah.
Talking about. So where?
Cut that halfway.
talking about. So where were we again? And so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I've seen pop up, and we'll kind of go through them and I'll explain them in more of an ordinary fashion.
The PayPal, yeah. Is there any way I can get the rushes or find another way to learn this? What do you mean the rushes? Which part of the rushes? What do you want the? Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe I probably not this one because it's got so much flab to it. But if I maybe make a video and then you guys can have the entire clip, can have all the files and stuff like that. You find you see I think it's like it's too. Okay, so now I'm answering Hugo's whose basic cuts. I understand that feeling of basic cuts are always rushed. I think it's definitely down to how your personality feels it. So if I do a basic cut, so you could do stuff like this. If I go to effects and then go to my switch right, where I could do stuff like this. I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I've seen pop up, and we'll kind of go. Oh, actually, that was a terrible example. Let me just make that quicker and whack that in. I always feel like
pop up, and we'll kind of go through them.
Always doing stuff like that. Actually, yeah, that pretty helps. Let me take that back.
And so,
let's see if I had a swish here. I'm going for the whoosh. I'm doing it. Ooh. Right, I got distracted. Yeah, I think it's all about how and where you use them and what kind of content you're creating. So, in my personal opinion, when it comes to transitions and effects and that, I feel like a lot of YouTubers overdo it. So literal content starts to feel like one brand, and that like it's like every video starts to feel like a sequence from the same film, because everybody's doing the transition and effects, everybody's doing the swooshes and booshes and all this. I think having your own kind of design and feel, I think, is so important when it comes to content.
And so in this video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to answer a couple of questions that I've seen pop up, and we'll kind of go through them and I'll explain them in more of an ordinary fashion. So one thing I see coming across the comment section quite a few times is, how much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is completely down to you, and the amount that you charge will evolve with your progression as a freelancer. So like,
I think it's quite hard for this video to do too much to it, because it's just a bloody video of me talking.
I've charged clients for absolutely loads of stuff.
So what I'll do is I'll do a segmented part at the start of every question.
One thing I see coming across the comment section.
Okay, how shall I get paid? So I'm going to design something to be like, in fact, you know what we'll do? We'll preach what I sow, or what I talk about, and we'll go over to story blocks. And we'll find some kind of cool little preset to use our titles for, to kind of speed up design, so we don't have to overly start designing things. Okay, let's have a look at what we've got. So what I just want something like as a title. So maybe if I just put in title, and then I want it to be Premiere Pro templates. Just want something simple. Nice title. Well, that's cool, like that. The one thing that I found as well is when I make my own titles and stuff like that for jobs, I find that some of these are really, like, they're really cool, but they're like the design of them, of how you use them, can be really bad. So they're not friendly to use at all. That's what I found. Okay. What we got here? Give me something nice. Oh, stamp text, cool. I quite like this. It's bold. It's cool. It's kind of what the design I'm going for. Maybe do something like that. Have I got that? I feel like I've got that. Do you smoke, brother? I vape. And I'm not ever gonna say it to anybody. Start vaping, because I only started vaping because I quit smoking, which is the best bloody decision I ever made, honestly. Yeah, I can't believe I was smoking for as long as I was. Oh, my camera's gone. Oh no. All right, give me a second. I'm just extracting files. Hold up. I think my camera's died. Storyblocks it can be a little bit expensive, I've got to say. I think it's a couple of hundred, so I think you need to make a start of it before you do. 1 second. Let me just sort out all of this this bits and bobs. I'm just going to play some music while I sort it. Give me a second. Let's go for it. You never guess what I just did. Crikey, all right, we're gonna have to deal without face cam for a bit because for some reason I completely forgot to actually plug my camera in. How funny is that? How much of a little slip up is that? To be honest, I'm actually surprised it lasted as long as it is. I feel like we've been streaming for hours now, and the camera's just been on battery life. Crikey! All right, let's carry on with this. I'll leave the camera for 5 minutes, and then I'll plug it back in. All right, so okay, how did I add the camera thing? Oh, the curved bar. That is a camera effect, which is what's it called? What's it called? It's a matte mask over the camera filter in OBS. Hey, dude. Okay, what else was that? Time about 3 hours. Oh my god! Yo, the Sony A7 III lasted 3 hours on battery life. That's crazy. And Smurf, dang, I think I'm subscribed to this guy from way back in the day, playing a game called Rust. I think your name was 3 inches then. Yes, it was, right? And that's you found my my Batman
Mentioned quite a few times.
secret identity. Yeah, I used to do a gaming channel.
Is how much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is completely down to you, and the amount that you charge will evolve with your progression as a freelancer. So like I've stated in other videos, I've charged clients for absolute...
Oh yeah, that's what I'm doing. I was looking for Storyblock stuff, wasn't I? Oh, poo. Okay, we're looking for titles, hand-drawn titles. No. Oh yeah, I downloaded a pack. My bad. Right, we're back at it. We're coming back. We're running with it. Okay, I had a folder here which I did big titles, the Mogart. So bring all those over, pop all those in. Those should just drop in. If I type in Gamma here, here we go. Look at that, beautiful, easy. Now let's get a title that we like. What's this one like? Let's have a look at some of these titles. See if they're any good. Oh dear, look at that Fonto. Horrific. Okay, what we got? What we got here? Essential Graphics does run like ass sometimes, I've got to admit. As good as it is, it's not the smoothest of running things. Okay, let's have a look. I just want something like that pops in and pops out. That's what I want. Something pretty chill. Okay, let's try this one. Yeah, I know, Mike. Camera's out again. Who would have thought? Who would have actually thought? Was it Mont? Yeah, it was it, wasn't it? Mont. And we'll go with Mont again. Okay, cool. All right, so what was it? Getting paid. Okay, cool. Oh dear. We want to add, make sure this is all caps. So click those big T's and click those big T's. There we go. I think the white is just out. So maybe if we add a bit of a drop shadow on it, that will just help it pop from the background. You don't want to be too over dramatic. What the big mistake that I find with people and using drop shadow is what they do is they do this. They put the opacity way up. They put the distance like over at your grandma's house. And then they add a tiny bit of softness, and it's just like, okay, it just looks crap. All you need is just the tiniest bit. Have it always just off from center. I feel like it just adds a little bit of pop, just to help separate yourself from the background. So that's just two. I feel like you've either got to go one way or the other. I wouldn't go in the middle with the softness. I'm gonna just pop there just to add a bit of shadow on there. Okay, cool. Let's make it bigger and let's see what that effect is like.
How much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is...
It's all right, isn't it? It's not fantastic. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. I don't like it. Right, I'm going back. We're changing our minds. Changing my mind completely. Let's try this one. This one's a little bit more of a substantial effect. Am I going to have to go through and change every single... Yeah, I am. Damn it. All right. What I'm going to do is I'm going to copy the word Mont over. Just go paste that in everywhere. Mont. Oh, God damn it. There we go. Mont. There we go. Here we go. Mont. There we go. Okay. Let's just make all that heavy. There we go. Okay, let's have a look what this looks like. Drop this down to 1/4.
Thing I see coming across the comment section.
That's quite cool. Okay, let's have a look at that. Let's call it. Remove those two. Oh, darn it. Here's the one thing is working with these, just they're so They're not accessible, to be perfectly honest with you. They seem to be a pain in the bum most of the time. And updating them, they take ages. Do you get paid? Okay. So I'm going to try and fill it out, because if we can work best with the essential graphics, then it will kind of have its merits. And then I'll add a question mark on the back of that. Okay, so let's have a look at this.
Questions that I've seen pop up, and we'll kind of go through them and I'll explain them in more of an ordinary fashion. So one thing I see coming across the comment section quite a few times is how much...
Oh, how much? Is that how much should you get paid? Or how do you get paid?
How much shall I charge? What you should charge is...
How much shall I charge? Damn it. Merch. Oh, God. When you made a... Oh, goodness gracious me. This is a mess, isn't it? Let's have a look. Maybe we clean that down, pop that up. God, I wish they didn't work so slow. Okay, maybe. Oh dear, you know what? I've had enough of that. Right, I take that back. We're not using essential graphics. Not today.
Explain them in more of an ordinary
Okay, so what we'll do is we'll make
fashion.
something ourselves.
So one thing I see coming across the...
Right, we'll do something like... We'll do it ourselves. How much... And we go with that running design, actually, that we've made already. So let's pop it. And take it to the middle. That's 1/8, just in case. We'll take this the next one. We'll do this. Oh, no.
Is
Oh, here it
how
goes.
much shall I charge? What you should...
God, we're running slow now.
is how much shall I...
What we're going to do is we're going to take it up and we'll go with I. I'm going to do something a little bit different with that I. Make that I quite big. Maybe, yeah. Let's have a look. I don't know. I don't know how this is going to end up, guys. I'm going to be totally honest with you. No idea how this is going to end up, but we'll give it a go. And then we know the last word is charge. What I'm actually going to do is I'm going to bring that back to 0. Oh no, okay, that's 400. Okay, that's 0. That's a character spacing, and then okay. That looks crap. This, I've got to say, guys, this is the design process. This is so much of the design process. You know, when you're doing stuff like this, it's constantly changing, trying to find it, fitting your feet. You know, I've completely done a redesign of my entire channel, and using like the fonts that I'm using and stuff like that. I've completely changed all the designs of it. So it's just about, you know, finding your feet, how you sit with an edit, how it sits with you, and moving on that way. But you get there. What you got to do is keep at it and try and find your feet and see how you feel with everything. So I'm kind of going with this idea here. Okay, so let's sort out this line spacing. well. There's no space in between shall and I. Okay, now let's get this in the middle. Let's get a question mark on the end of there. And let's just shrink that down just a tad bit. Okay. So, okay, that looks a bit off. So I'm just going to hand do it, play it by hand. Drop a bit of a drop shadow on there. Just remember the drop shadow defaultly is grey for some reason in Premiere Pro. So that's something stupid that it does. I think my computer's probably being a little bit slow just because I'm streaming at the same time, which is fine. So we'll do it. Okay, so that's going to kind of be the design I'm going to go for. I'm going to add a... In fact, what I am going to do is I might do some black and white stuff in that. So what I'm going to do is go to a color map. Make it... What color should we go for? What color should we go for? Should we go for a... Should we go for that orange there? I mean, what color's that orange? Maybe make it a little bit more orange. It's a bit too... See what that looks like. Okay, we'll bang that in. Then what I'm going to do is, because it's a little bit kinder, I'm going to use crop. And then I'm going to crop down the top and bottom. Oh, there we go. There we go. Crop down the top and bottom. See that kind of, it's giving us that bar effect. I'm going to, damn it, you know what? I'm changing my mind again. I'm going to take a drop shadow effect so I can just apply it to both of them. So I'm actually going to remove the drop shadow off my essential graphics. It's a little bit more rendering hardware, but it's a little bit nicer to play around with when it comes to how I want both the banner and the thing to look. So I'm not going to have that 100%. I'm going to have that of like maybe 55. Yeah, that looks pretty good. I'll take that over to the text. Obviously, that looks terrible for the text because it's not as big. I'm going to take that back. Oh, dear. Oh, that's the wrong one. Distance. Take that back a little bit. Drop the opacity of that. Should just be nice and soft. There we go. Okay, I don't know what I think about the color. We can change that color just by double-clicking on the layer itself. What GPU do you have? I have a 2080. I have a 2080, but it's temperamental these days. You know, we've been together for quite a long time. That's quite nice. I like that look. We've been together quite a long time, and we now don't have a very good working relationship, to be perfectly honest with you. So I'm going to do two things with this effect. I'm going to go to effects. I'm going to go to transform. Whack that on both, really. I'm going to fold up some of these effects just so it's easier to see. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to use composition shutter angle and see how this works. Sometimes transform layer can be absolutely temperamental, so just letting you know there. So this is how you get that motion blurred effect. So I'm going to drag that position in. That's where I want it to end. And then I'm going to go to the start. And I'm just going to rip that out. So all it's going to do is bring in this... How much... That little kind of, you know, that little swirling. We're going to make that smooth by selecting both the keyframes, going to temporal manipulation and going easy in, easy out. I'm going to split them up just a bit, select them both again, go to this little arrow pointing in at the position, and I'm going to make it come in faster and be slow when it comes out. Much shall... There we go. So what I'm going to do there is I'm just going to go to transform layer. I'm actually going to go to the start of the sequence and paste that effect straight in. Why have I got two drop shadows on the actual bar? Oh, I pasted the wrong bloody effect in, didn't I? Transform, copy, paste on the matte layer. Why did that just... What? I'm so confused. Why is that pasting in the... Oh, it's not letting me copy it for some reason. Strange. All right, we'll do the exact same thing. Over here, add our effect, and then take that out. Go to use composition shutter speed, take that to 190. And then that should... Yeah, there we go. What I kind of want to do, actually, is I want one to come in after another. So I want that one to come in first. I'm just going to select both these, do the same. The reason why I do them individually rather than use the auto bezier is because they leave it on a nicer point when you come to modifying this little hump. It's a much nicer hump that you get. So what I'm going to do... How much... I want that to come in
is
first.
how much shall I...
Cool. Okay. And then I'm going to just let that cut drop at the end. I'm going to go to the color matte and I'm actually going to drop the opacity of that. What I could do is I could do another effect, so make it blurred behind there easily. So yeah, that could be something that I wanted to do, but I think it's like you say.
How much shall I charge?
You look at how much you'll...
Shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is...
So yeah, it's like, is it worth it for the amount of time you're going to spend on it? Is it, you know, I'm not getting paid for this video in the slightest. Yes, it's about thinking, but is somebody going to be like, oh, you didn't do that small thing, I'm out of here. Then you've got a serious problem with your actual content rather than
shall
the
I
edit
charge?
itself.
What you should charge as a freelancer is...
Never zoomed in there. No, so I'm going to zoom in here, so it's a bit more of a break point. There we go.
How much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is completely down to you. And the amount that you charge will evolve with your progression as a freelancer. So like I've stated in other videos, I've charged clients for absolutely low.
So like here again, I've got quite a lot of jump cuts. So what I'm going to want to do is just bunch in. So the reason why you do this fake jump cut is because you don't have a second camera. You're just kind of acting like it's a second focal
I've charged clients for absolutely loads of stuff for absolutely nothing. And then also on the other side of the scale,
let's see if my camera's ready to come on yet. I'll have a look. Let's have a look. Let's see if it's ready. It might be. Boom. Are we live? There we are. Hey. Oh, damn it. I just changed that then. Oh, there we go. Okay. How's everybody doing? Nice to all see you all again. Been a while, but yeah, so so it's just like adding in these bits and bobs.
Is how much shall I charge? What you should charge as a freelancer is completely
so let's
down
try and
to
find the other points where I'm talking about
I've
stuff.
charged quite a bit.
All right, let's go to the second
The
point.
way you have to think about it is how much are your time and effort and skills worth? And this is something that took me out. Not only the video in itself, but another thing is how do you receive money? That's one question I've seen come up quite a few times. The way I receive money is very simple. I either use...
Oh yeah, how do you receive money? That's it.
Another thing is how do you receive money?
We might have to do a thing. How do you receive money?
Another thing is how do you receive money?
And what I can do is actually I'm just gonna send it out. So what I'm gonna do is whack a keyframe in there and just send it. Oh dear, send it out the other way. It'll be fine. There we go. And I'll just make a keyframe for that. And I'll just send out this one as well. So add a keyframe in, and then there. Ends about there. It'll be fine.
Money? That's one question I've seen come up quite a few times.
Well, there's
the way I receive money is very simple. I either use direct bank transfer or PayPal. Don't try and overdo the system. It's just really not a good look. And if you really want to take this as a business, just do the formalities. It's not that bad. Another question is, how do I feel about this was posted by Charles. Easy name to remember. Charles.
Your boy
That's
Charles.
my name. When approaching friends and family, how do you go about that?
Okay, friends.
How do you charge them? Right.
Got a lot of money this week, actually, didn't we? Charge family. We'll just put family.
How do you go about that? How do you charge them? Right, okay, from the start, you can do friends and family favors only if it helps you out. I really like some, whether you
Receive. Oh, my boy. That's what I need. Thank you. We went through this earlier in the video. I'm such a shit speller. I'm such a bad speller.
do you receive money? That's one question I've seen come up quite a few times. The way I receive money is...
Yeah, I've been working for the past like 6 years. I was like back when I was trying to do a gaming YouTube channel
because unfortunately
I realized like I did actually do some streaming over on Twitch, some games, but I just realized the only thing I want to do and talk about when streaming is like video editing and trailers and stuff like that. I'd love to do like next week, maybe do a stream where we look at a load of videos that and discuss them and all that.
And you have to make some, whether you offer a discounted price or you're working. So don't let yourself get trampled on. Take that from experience. So one aspect that a lot of other YouTubers aren't talking about is the fact that YouTube game editing is...
I'll just put in... Oh, blimey now. Game editing.
What a lot of people want to do, and I'm here to settle it, right? This is the official response from the Lieutenant Video Editor, Charlie Rodens, and that is, yes, you can make a living out of editing somebody else's YouTube videos. It's not as easy as it is to come by. Essentially large YouTuber just through Twitter.
What I should have probably done, thinking about it, is I should have done my effect with this now, so it means I can copy and paste the whole thing. So maybe that's a quite cool little whoosh. Maybe we use that. Drop its sound just a tad bit. See how we go.
Another thing is how do you receive money? That's one question.
So I'm going to do something else to it after, so I'm not done with that. I'm just doing the base layer to it, and we'll do something quite exciting with it after, and we'll just wait and see. So let's carry on to this.
Sometimes they put it on job listing sites. I've worked for one substantially large YouTuber just through Twitter. So one of the two, make sure to keep your eyes open. When the job's there, it's great. You know, they're fun videos to edit. Usually you might start on a probation period, their videos full time. Like I said before, I'm kind of ramping off a load of small questions that I've seen before, so everybody can kind of get the answer to these ones. Sending off your footage.
Oh god, I forgot that was even a point. Yeah, this is strangely one that, like I said, strangely comes up loads. Sending off footage. Sending off footage.
When you're sending off clips or drafts or anything like that, I've used our younger audience. I really wanted to get started and give it a go at becoming a freelance video editor.
Was this point?
Multiple
what
accounts,
was this one?
ladies.
Was this age is but a number? That's the one. That's the one. Age is but a number. Dramatic. I know. Age is but a number. Oh, cool. Cool. You can see how I'm coming up with all my
accounts. Another thing that I'm finding is that our younger audience, I really wanted to get started and give it a go at becoming a freelance video editor or earning some kind of money from video editing. Yes, that's completely possible. At the age of 18 for sure, but it's just, yeah, that's not age. Age does not define you in video editing. Age does not define you. You are only as good as your skills are. And to end this question segment, I'm going to talk about kind of, you know, getting started with video editing and how people really...
I feel like this is a rambly video, isn't it? I've got to say, I do enjoy
really
doing
get into it.
Like
there is no constraints holding you back.
Rambling videos, really, but I feel like they're just probably better for streaming content, aren't they?
But there is no constraints holding you back from getting into video editing. If you can have a PC that can run anything that's even free, you can get started. There are no constraints. You don't have to have Premiere.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
You can do basically whatever you want. So one thing people don't seem to get with video editing is the fact that it is
have been busy at work since your class started today. That's why I requested the rushes. And I'm just learning some Adobe Premiere Pro editing. Yeah, I'll make sure to try and get a load of stuff over. I've got a video. I'm actually doing a video with DaVinci. Not DaVinci, sorry. Dehancer, which is a plugin for DaVinci. It's a emulator, and I'll maybe show you guys next week because I'm going to produce that video. But I'll have loads of rushes from that, and I've got loads of footage. Yeah, and maybe I do that in the future, like a one-on-one class and stuff like that. I'm sure And like, to be fair, how amazing this is. This has gone. Definitely, we'll be doing more live streams. I think it's when you've got loads of questions and stuff like that. When with video editing, it's much easier just to live stream and answer it on the fly. So I'll be doing this more often. So maybe what we'll do is we organise a day where you guys can like list a load of questions and we literally just go through them one by one and we take notes and stuff like that. How does Adobe compare to Sony Vegas? Adobe and Sony Vegas are so similar. I think Premiere's just a slim like what is it, slimlined, is that the bloody word? It's the polished version. I found that Sony Vegas, as much as I love it, wasn't polished, but it Premiere's basically professional Sony Vegas 100%. And I would always recommend Sony Vegas. But the problem is I don't know, has anybody in this actual chat, right? Has anybody actually paid for Sony Vegas? Or is it just the easier one to crack? I know which answer that is.
When you want, you can do basically whatever you want.
Back to
So one
dramatic
thing
Charlie.
people don't seem to get with video editing is the fact that it is pretty easy and open. It's not easy to get jobs, but it's easy to really learn. Everything that you need to know is right here on YouTube. You can learn every trick of the trade
Tell you
and
what, where's my bloody
every
plumber?
effect and detail and course that you need right here on YouTube. And the more you can open up and expand your skills is the best thing you could ever do. So for a lot of video editors, what I would say is once you get your feet in the ground, get your tiptoes in there, start looking at expanding out, you know, growing yourself, whether it's photography, videography,
Exactly, Rixie. That those eyes,
all
those
conjoined
eyes.
skills
We
that
all know the
can
answer to
massively
that. I love it because I did the exact same.
improve your overall sellability and hireability for sure. And keep on having your fingers in loads of different pies. Never give up and never
Surrender.
Oh god, that is such an awful edit, but I love it. I'm keeping it. Leave me alone. Keeping
never
it.
Surrender.
Yeah. Touch of salt. Use that pinch of salt. Pinch of salt. So covering up the last bit, what I do want to talk about is kind of
God,
the
I'm so sorry. Today's video is so rambly.
idea of
Christ.
working from home, working as a freelance video editor. You
gonna
have a
do?
lot of
What
people
you
who talk about working from home, about how hard it is and how it can kind of start grating at you. For me, somebody who's been working from home for the past like 6 years,
Adobe, is it like, so it's yeah, no, it like moving your entire workflow from Premiere to from Sony to Premiere is really hard. But what I would say is it's worth it in the long run. It's exactly what I would say. You know, how much is Adobe price? Let's have a look. Because it's like a monthly, you pay monthly for it, so I think you can pay it like it's bloody like it's a subscription service, isn't it? But yeah, like you get a lot out of it, I find. I can't see pricing because I'm signed in. Compare plans, that's it. If you're a student, you get it cheap. So photography is 10. You know, Premiere Pro at the end of the day is £20 a month, which is like $40. You know, and then you can get, but then After Effects is, you know, and then Creative Cloud for the entirety of Premiere Pro and After Effects and Photoshop and everything, it's £50 a month, right? Which seems a lot, but if you can get yourself started, right, and actually start making £50 a month to pay for that, that's your first bit. That's you halfway there. Yeah. I think it's definitely worth it if you can get to that point, for sure.
now it's really
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a bit of cheating. I'm going to open up this and I'm going to go to where's my old video? I've got to try and find my bloody folder now. Where is it? What was the video? Hold up, kids. I'm going to do some file searching. Oh, damn it. What is it? Ah, Photoshop. That's it. Okay, we're here. We're back. Forget all these media offline because I've deleted all the old video files, which is fine. It's this that I wanted. My outro. My highly edited outro. Yeah, I you know, I think a lot of people do say maybe. I think what I want to do right? I think the lesson that I've learned from this whole experience is definitely that I want to do more stuff like I did at the start of the video, for sure. Okay, so maybe what I'll do is I'll break that there. We'll start to break this off here. We'll just do the simple apply transition, just stretch it out, because it's just a simple fade. It's nothing.
What is it?
Oh.
Subscribe.
What are your views on the new MacBook Pro? So I haven't literally been ever in the Apple kind of environment at all. I hear good things about it, but what I personally think is, as much as I would love to have the style points for having an Apple MacBook, I can't justify the price at all, because I found that you can buy Windows products that are better with internal graphics cards. Like, I'm a huge gamer, so I've that's a massive part of kind of what I buy. I find that, like, okay, so I can get a Apple MacBook, which is pretty good, very expensive, runs okay, doesn't do half of the things that I kind of want it to do. So yeah, I'm a bit of a PC boy. Sorry guys.
Subscribe, do more, subscribe, watch my videos. Thank you all, and I will see you in the next one. Bam. I feel like it wasn't really me, was it? I never go bam. Maybe I'll hit the mic instead.
No. Pretty Caroline. Stone Cold.
I love it how shit my outro is. I like it how people come here, watch me how to video edit, and I give them this. What games do you play? I play CSGO massively a CSGO player. The height of my life is becoming a global elite. That's the only thing. I've got, because I do have one gaming client, so I play a lot of Call of Duty when I've got to record or stuff like that for him. So it's like recording gameplay and stuff for his adverts and blah de blah de blah. But yeah, I play a lot of CSGO. And then when there's a single player game that is really for me, like Last of Us, or, you know, Last of Us is... Oh, I love Last of Us. It's a killer. But yeah, I haven't played much single player stuff recently. I think the last single player game I probably played was Wolfenstein. I ran through that entire series in like a week.
I feel like it wasn't really me, was it? I never go bam. Maybe I'll hit the mic instead.
No. Pretty Caroline. Stone Cold Stunner.
We need to think of some kind of outro. Maybe I'll get you guys to edit my outro. That would be helpful. Maybe you guys edit some of my stuff. Maybe, to be fair, that might be able to help you. If we can get a video that does well, then that could be a way that we can help each other out. So yeah, because then you can get credits and stuff. But yeah. Oh, somebody's home. Okay, so let's have a look at this whole sequence here. So what I want to do is am I going to start nesting them all? Let's have a look. Let's have a look how that acts out. Is it going to stay as... Okay. Yeah. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to my effects. I'm going to go to lens distortion. Lens distortion. And work that over that. I'm going to start adding a little bit of curvature, because I want to kind of give... Ooh, it's distorting that a little bit too much. So maybe I add a bit of that. And then I go to noise, add a bit of noise. Oh, fractal noise. Let's just add a little bit of noise. Give it this kind of filmy effect. Make sure it's just black and white noise. So it just looks a little bit better.
Awful footage. When you...
And then maybe I want to do... What do I want to do to it? I want to do a bit of an RGB. I can't remember what the RGB effect was. Graphics design. I know. I only kind of do it when I have to do it. That's what I do feel a bit about doing a lot of these extra bits and bobs. Is I'm just like, all right, I'm going to do it if I have to do it. If I don't have to do it, I don't have to do it. I think it's, you know, just one of those things. Okay, what about this preset? How about a whack a VHS preset? How does that look? Don't know about you. I'm pretty happy with that. I keep that. Let's have a look back at... Got the lens distortion, I'm pretty happy with that. Maybe we take off that noise, because we don't need that one. Don't need 2 lots of noise. Go to Lumetri color. We take off this purple, because the purple's horrible. And a bit of a blue. Let's see what it gives us. Okay. That looks pretty cool. I'm quite happy with that. And then how does that run out?
Sending off your footage. When you're sending off...
Okay, yeah, I forgot about that. It's going to be like, noise. For some reason, Premiere Pro hates adding noise. That's cool. All right, pretty happy with that. It doesn't fit too well, but we don't have all day. Okay, I want to see how this interacts with as the packs themselves, if I just drag and drop them on there. How does it work and how does it look? See it with that. God, this stream's been running for ages, so thank you to everybody who's stuck around so far. It's been a long day. Huh? What? Oh, that's what's going to do, isn't it? Yeah, so I'm going to have to nest them. So I'll just nest the top bit. That's fine, and then I'll whack that effect on. Okay, what I might even do is add a transform layer underneath it, so I can get rid of that. So let's just nest these again. Probably making 50,000 nested sequences. But let's see. Yeah, it's cool. All right, up with that. It's not fantastic, but it's better than nout, isn't it? It's better than nout. What I'll do is I'll do that same with this. Cool. All right, cool. Okay, so let's just work on the start. How do I want to start the video? I actually have to go and... How can I communicate with you? What do you mean, how can you communicate with me? At the moment, just over here. If you've got any issues, dude, feel free to just put a massive paragraph. At the moment, because of workload and stuff like that, I don't have the massive amount of work time to really to really do one-on-ones just yet, but maybe in the future we'll see how that works out. Yeah, whilst I'm editing, I always have a stream, movie, YouTube video, podcast open on the side because it's boring just pressing buttons for hours. Yes. Yeah, I need to. What we'll do, Rixie, if you follow me on Instagram or something like that, we'll organise getting all that sorted out. And I appreciate the help, I really do. Yeah, I need to get that sorted. I'm not gonna lie, I sorted it all out. No, I tried sorting it this morning, but my it wouldn't switch across with it because I've got OBS all set up for Twitch, and then it wouldn't switch everything over, which drove me insane. I'm just still wondering where my boiler man is to come and fix my pipes. Actually, sounds weird. Don't take that out of context. Don't take that out of context.
I actually have to go and fill my car's tyres up. It's a bit low. So you can come with me and we'll just talk after it.
Whoa. Where's the motion blur off that? It's going to be in a lower rate.
I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres. I thought I'd just talk.
DM'd you on my business account. It's okay, cool. Sweet, that's fantastic.
Yeah, while I'm doing some kind of stuff. I've got to try and get stuff done.
All right, I know this is going to sound like it's a half edit, which it probably is. I'm not going to lie, my experience after this is I definitely want to start looking at doing more away from the sea. I feel like this part of the video here is very static, and to be able to make it more interesting, I need to film more stuff and kind of make it jumpier, because I really like doing the start of this. So maybe we, next video I do, I kind of look at doing it a little bit more like this. Definitely enjoyed the start more than the ending. But it's all right, we're putting it up on YouTube, so it's got to be. We've got to be happy with it.
I actually have to go and fill my car's tyres up.
Okay, that's cool. I'm just starting at that. That's cool.
A bit low. So you can come with me. And
all right, so the last thing we're going to do while I'm squinching my face up is we're going to just do a little bit of Lumetri color. What I would usually do is do this in a adjustment layer, but it's just whether you want to basically cover everything. So I'm I think I'm going to. I think I'm going to cover everything. So I'm going to make a new layer, and I'm going to stretch that out on top. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Lumetri Color, and I actually use I've currently got a favorite set in cinematics, which I actually bought from the guys at Filmrat. I bought their look back, and it's actually really good. Really like it. Here we go. Okay. Yeah, I think it's just got a nice like twing, an orange hue to it. So if I just take those off and on, I have actually made my own LUTs, but I'm not using them. So leave me alone. I just really like this LUT. I think it's such a gorgeous LUT. But yeah. Maybe it's a bit too orange in the car. So all we need to do is, if I want to change it a little bit, so inside this car scene, sure, for the first one, it's a bit too orange on that. Let's have a look at the second one. The second one, it's really orange. So what we want to do is just tone that back just a bit. It was already orange footage in any way. So that's fine. And then let's look at the start. Start on the indoor scenes, it's a bit too dark in there, so what I'm going to do is just when it gets to this bit, that's fine. It's just raise that up a bit, basic correction, bring up the highlights and bring up the shadows a bit. There we go, looks a bit nicer. Lovely.
Wrong one. I'm sorry about this detour. I've just got to go and pump up the tyres.
Okay, it's cool. How are we looking on this first scene? How orange are we? I actually have to go and fill my car's tyres up. It's a bit low.
So you can come with me and we'll just talk after it.
Okay, that's cool. I'm happy with that. We'll go with the second one. So we're going to use that as the base of this color correction here. So if we just take a quick look, with and without, all it's doing is it's just softening up those shadows. I don't want to do it too much. I'm finding that's softening those shadows too much. And bring down the highlights. Go to basic correction. I'm going to take down the highlights just a tad. Reset. I think it's those curves. There we go. Definitely a bit of it. There's a bit more of this onto it. Let's have a look how that looks.
And so
It's a little bit too orange. What challenges have you gone through being a freelance video editor? Not earning any money, to be honest. That's the biggest challenges. I've had some bad years. I've had some bad terms. And I've got to say, and this is going to sound pretty damn crappy, but COVID was probably the best freelance time because everybody started coming from home. But then what I think is, what I had to do is I had to learn to become a better editor. That's what I realised. I realised me, when I first started, I wasn't a very good editor in the slightest. I was good, but I don't think I was the full amount that I had to go through. I think I had to go through the challenges of having no work to really up my game. For sure. That was a massive step up. But you know, we all get there. It's like learning curves. It's just
So covering up the last bit, what I do want to talk about is kind of the idea.
Okay, I'm pretty happy with that. Let's just give that a go, shall we? Let's Control M. So Control M is my thingies. Oh, thank you, dude. Antimatter. That's a cool name. Thank you for joining the stream. I really appreciate it, dude. Okay, so let's render this thing out while I'm giving the piss off sign while also looking drunk as hell. Right, I'm gonna put this over here because you're not allowed to see this one. Oh no, you are. To be fair, it's nothing bad in here. Okay, full render. Okay, I'm just naming it full render. We'll keep it as that. Right, and we'll render it. And what we'll do is we'll listen to some tunes, and then once we've done that, I'm going to quickly make a thumbnail. And and yeah. So I've actually changed my tune completely. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put some bangers while we chat about waiting for that to render. Let's have a look what we got. All of these are free and I won't get copyright strike to any of them. So let's go with something happy. What we got in happy? So yeah, what I've done on my YouTube channel is I've gone through and changed all of my old thumbnails. Well, I've changed most of them. I changed this one because I found that my style before, so if you look at all of these, they weren't really having a theme at all. So what I've done is I went and changed that one, and I've just started putting a little bit more effort into my thumbnails to make them just a bit more poppy. How do you find songs for your videos? So there's a couple of places you can find songs for your videos. I use Epidemic Sound, which I pay for, but you can use things like Facebook's got a sound library, YouTube's got a sound library, and they're actually pretty good now, so I don't think you need to pay it for anything like Epidemic. Epidemic's just, it's got really good quality, to be fair. So yeah, what I want to do is I'm going to go with this kind of style. So try and find a cool picture, whether it's one that I've already got as a photo or if it's a new one. So let's have a look at what we're going to have for this video. So I'm going on this theme, this freelance video editor theme. So it's going to use the base of that. Okay, let's make something. Okay, let's go. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to switch us over to the my face cam so I can get everything up and ready. But no, I honestly will take this moment to thank everybody who's joined today for this long stream. I didn't think it would be on this long, but I think I've been talking more than I've been editing. But no, which course would you suggest? Good for video editing, motion graphics. I already watch your tutorials and loving them. Keep them coming. Oh, thank you, dude. Honestly, I really appreciate that. I don't know yet. I've got to go. I'm gonna actually have to go around having a look, and maybe I actually look for a load of tutorials and courses and stuff like that, and see what I find. Because I haven't found any. I haven't done any courses. Perfectly honest with you, I haven't done any courses. I have basically self-taught most of this, and obviously I went to university and all that malarkey. But yeah, I haven't done any. Sorry, that's an out. But that's something that we can definitely look at doing in the future, for sure. So I'm actually in Photoshop now. Let me get this up. How are we doing on rendering? Okay, cool. Just we're banging on that effect. Okay, so we've got this thing. I already cut this out. This is from another. I was going to use this image, but I just thought cringe, so definitely not that one. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to look for an image that I want to use for my face. And like I said, what I've started to do is I've started to use photos, like when I've been out with my girlfriend or whatever, use proper photos to just really make them pop. And yeah, I found that they help a bit more, they look a bit better. So I'm just trying to find something that, a picture of me. Bloody hell, is this Christmas or something? Oh no, what are we doing in Christmas? It's November. We're not doing that. Okay, yeah, I'm just trying to find something. I feel like... Oh, cheers, Rexy, for that. Yours sounds fantastic, though, Rexy. Honestly, I'll what I'm going to do is I'll have a look at it and see what it's like. I'm just trying to think. I've got a load of photos of that have been taken of me in the past. Maybe we try something like this. I know it's over dramatic, but it's kind of what I can use to make it pop. Oh, this is a cool feature, right? Now we get to run through some of the cool Photoshop ones. So this new feature, right, if we go to the object selection tool, which is the new selection tool, just wait for it to load and hold over. It should just select me. Look at that. Boom, boy. Boom, baby. Boom. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to select a mask, and I'm just going to Yeah, I think I'll keep that. That's fine. I'm just gonna go to edge detection for my hair. Let it do it automatically. I can't be bothered to spend too much. You also got to, I know my advice in most of this video is don't think about it too much, but that really is don't think about it too much, because the more you think about it, the more time you're wasting and spending on time overthinking things. Like, yes, thumbnails are very, very, very important, but stuff like, oh, there's a bit of white left in my hair, it's going to be that big when somebody sees it. If that, you know, is somebody going to notice what it actually is? What I found for the thumbnails, well, my latest bunch of thumbnails is just poppy images, is what people are going to want to click on. So we're on part 4. Let's switch that to part 4. Part 45. Bloody hell, we're not there just yet. Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to add the drop shot on that. All right, so now I want an image, and actually what I do is I go to Google, I go to Premiere Pro. Don't ask why I've got bloody news as my new tab thingy. Yeah, I'm using the brand new Photoshop. I actually rolled back, by the way, I forgot to mention that. I rolled back my Premiere Pro from 2022 to 2021 because I had this massive game-breaking bug, like massively game-breaking bug, that I couldn't render, I couldn't export, I couldn't change any effects. It was awful. Made me want to bloody cry. It was, so all I'm going to do is, it doesn't need to be my bloody timeline, so I'm just going to go look for a timeline. I'm going to get a picture of a timeline because that's what people associate with. That looks like a disgusting timeline, so let's have a look at that. Okay. How does this look? I think we might need something else as well, because it's hard to differentiate that from a actual timeline. We just have basic. Oh, look at all those markers. All those markers. Yeah, if you've got any anything about Photoshop, give me a shout. I don't know if I'm going to use that main picture of me. Merge those 2 layers. I'm going to blur. I always do. I know it's stupid, like I say, but I always do prefer lens blur than Gaussian blur, but it's more taxing on your PC. The selective color needs to go. See, or do I use that me doing the good old chin? Oh no, it's just cringing it. I can't do that. I can't do that to myself. All right, let's go back to that. There we go. Color look up. We got that video part 4. I need to get these bits of white out of my hair. So if I go to my layer mask, select the paintbrush tool and use the black, it should, yeah, there we go. There we go. That would be fine. Oh God, indented my head, but nobody will notice from far away. Jeez. Okay. Okay, now to help this pop. I don't know if that's the photo. I don't know if that's the one, to be perfectly honest with you. Let me have a look at something else. Trying to find the right photo is one of the. It's just like music though. It's the same thing as music. Yeah, no worries. Did you see when you come back? Maybe I use this phone instead. I look like a computer whiz. I look like a computer nerd, don't I? A computer nerd. Let's go back to the selection tool, object selection tool. No, wrong one. There we go. Right, once I've selected that, I'm going to go up to select and mask. Make sure that's all selected there. Okay. Actually, I'll go back to select and mask and just sort out the edge detection. Smooth it out. Hit the contrast. And just get rid of these quick white bits here. Oh. I'm not going to worry too much about that tiny segment. It's not the end of the world. You know, at the end of the day, how many people are going to see? I'm saying that, but I'm doing it still. Yeah, I'll leave that out. It's going to cause more hassle than actually help. If I use the hair tool, it'll probably do the job. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. My Scouser accent. Okay, there we go. Done. Let's. We've got my beautiful big face. There we go. Lovely, lovely jubbly. All right. So what we're also going to do is we are going to double tap on that. Go add my 3 layers of drop shadow. The reason why I got 3 layers is just to help out, make it pop. What I think I'm actually going to do is go and get another photo, but I want to get a photo of like the room or something. The computer. So maybe if I go to Google, I search in editor. Somebody, I just want to see somebody editing on a Premiere Pro. That's cool. Yeah. Okay. That's actually a better photo. Maybe we use that. Yeah, I think that's cool. Right, now I'm going to go to adjustments and select levels. Pop that up. Make the background pop. I want to make me pop outside that background, so I'm going to go to adjustments again, and then use this little drop downy bit, which will make it basically so the layer, the layer below it is the only thing affected by it. So just increase the brightness of it. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go on the selection of me and press Control, Shift, and A, and that will bring up the camera raw filter. And the camera raw filter is basically one of the big OGs. And what I do, surprisingly, is ruin the picture by putting the contrast, texture, and clarity straight up for the sole reason that it's going to make the photo pop even more. So you've got to think about the photo when you're editing this. You're going to see it that big. You know, if you be too subtle, it's going to have no effect on it. Maybe get rid of that. Yeah, get rid of that curve. That's fine. Gonna look at table. Yeah, that works. Okay, I'm kind of happy with that. What I might do is just do some little bits and bobs. I think I'm gonna add a little bit of a layer beneath me. So I'm gonna add a new layer. Go to my paintbrush tool, and I'm gonna add I think maybe a green. And what I'm gonna do is I'm actually gonna go on a layer above. Hold Alt and drag that onto the layer above. Click on the actual layer. Add a little bit of green. Go to my blending modes. And just try and find out the best blending mode for that. I think the best blending mode might be normal, to be fair. And let's just have a look, double check. Yeah, it's probably gonna be that. God, I'm getting knackered. Okay, let's skip that, and let's go to the rubber tool and just start removing. I know I could use the thingy tool, but okay, so I go to that, just increase that. Okay. Right, then let's save that. Right, before I save, I'm just going to hop over to the face cam, talking head. Okay. So I think we've basically come to the end of today's stream. That has been completely edited. Both the
the video and the thumbnail, surprisingly. I have no idea how. Let me just freelance for JPEG. Cool. Okay, so we've completely edited it. And so I just want to thank everybody for joining today. It's been quite a long time. I think I've got the plumber hopefully coming soon, so hopefully next time I'm not absolutely freezing. But no, honestly, this wouldn't have been possible without you. If you're watching this on playback, I'm sorry for talking all the way through it. The best thing is to try and join one of the streams. We'll be doing it next Friday for sure. And maybe what we'll do is take a look at some videos and trailers and break down some other editors and whatever. We'll find out what we're going to do in the week. So make sure to keep up to date by hitting that subscribe button and the notifications. You can be sure that I won't be hassling you because I don't upload every single day. All I do is talk in the community channel and I'll upload a video. So this video that we've edited today will probably go up over the weekend, maybe, or today. It might go up today, but we'll see. What time is it for you? Time here is 4 o'clock. It's just turned 4. So I need to get up because I started streaming at 12. So thank you, obviously. Thank you to Rexy and everybody who's been around all stream. Honestly, appreciate it. I thank you, and I will see you, I guess, in the next one. Ta-da!